So, welcome to session 21 of Ghost of Saltmarsh. We are still in the Abbey on the Isle. Last session, after killing the Abbey inhabitants and the leader of the cult, you rooted round all their rooms and belongings to acquire any possessions or things that you might find interesting, treasures. You did, I believe, find some healing potions, some coinage, some weapons, but none quite up to spec as you. And then you decided to tackle the Winding Way. You had Bayleaf, the Bard, as your ally, with his two veterans who were guarding the outside.
Who did fuck all.
Well, this is why he did fuck all. As you entered the Winding Way, you found a room with an odd creature that looked like death itself, shrouded by two large Minotaur skeletons. And
before that, we had a race to find as much crazy shit in the rooms, and was like hiding shit from each other.
Stuff.
Yeah, you did also, there was a lot of tension between Ozzy and Scarrick about who would find what and who would conceal what. And some of the stuff did get concealed. But yeah, then you moved into the Winding Way, found this creature that just put the heebie-jeebies up everyone. And you found that when it made eye contact with Bayleaf, it killed him in one go. Literally took him from full HP to 0. After that, you immediately all averted your eyes, and you managed to, after quite a long slog, whittle it away to till it turned into just a pile of ash and dust. Moving in, you eventually realised that the golden disc had the power to seemingly stop some creatures in the Winding Way, and you managed to hold off the Minotaur skeletons at ease as you passed through. As you came into the narrow corridors, you found they weren't going to be as easy to let you past as a normal corridor. They were littered with traps, tripwires, pits, invisible pits, huge doors with crossbows behind. And for a series of ingenious ways, you managed to disarm and find your way around using a lot of ball bearings, re-raising one of the cultists from the dead, and sending him to open a load of doors.
Sacrificing animals and cultists.
Yep, the standard practice of the Mr. Men, sacrificing cultists and animals. However, Ozzy, around halfway through your venture, found that he had a potion of gaseous form and decided to use this to his advantage. After consuming it, he turned into a cloud that could drift around freely without setting the traps off. He found another large room full of monsters that he glided past. Winding his way around the things, he came to a final room, just south of the Winding Way. This room appeared to be full of treasure, however the treasure was not quite what it seemed. As he came to tell the rest of the party, they already were slightly too eager and charged in to grasp what they could.
Classic.
They went straight for the locked box, which, upon touching it, turned the jade statue in the center into a vampire, which tried to decimate the party. Although it got fairly close for some of you, you again managed to thwart it and take it down. Having looked around the rest of your treasure, you found it was all just junk, coins, wood painted like coins, scraps of material, even the chest was rubbish. But kicking the chest, you found it moved out the way to reveal a secret door behind. Weary from your slog of monsters and traps, you decide to rest for the evening and then tackle the secret door the next day. It is now the next morning as you awake in the Winding Way.
Oh, and just at the end as well, Ozzy went through the book that he found that was like all about summoning demons and shit like that.
That's true.
And gave it to Scarrick, and again had a bit of a conversation about his dreams and shit like that. And didn't he have another dream as well?
He did have.
Yeah, about going home. Like showing me the mum.
About your mum coming and picking you up.
time to go home.
So we are. We're level 5, are we?
At the minute,
Yes.
yeah.
Why does man say 10?
No, man says 6. I must have forgotten to put it back.
Oh, that was good. Sleep needed that. Everyone okay?
Yes, I enjoyed
It's
my
a bit
standing and
stiff.
watching you sleep. As good as always.
As fucking creepy as always.
Yeah.
Put your
Especially when
dick
the
away.
trousers come down. Yeah.
Put it away.
Whoops. This belt is so loose. I can't keep these pants up.
Full of shit. Any more dreams?
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Is it last night that I had the dream then?
No, I think you had that, to be fair, on the night prior to you attacking everybody. So that would be 2 nights ago.
No, nothing new, but just looking the back. You know, these beds aren't great.
Aye. I had loads of dreams.
Yeah, right.
What's the plan then?
Go in that
Yeah.
room.
Today?
I
Get
think we
some
need to go
treasure.
through that tunnel.
Yeah, we should
Are we
grab
avoiding the
Mr.
other
Bailey's?
back room? I take it.
Well, from what I could see, there didn't appear to be nothing of value there. Just the monsters themselves. So, I don't know if that's just like an
as
alternate
it goes
route.
with claiming our money, do we have to kill them?
I would say it was part of our duty to rid
That's a
the
fair
area
point. Well,
of these beasts.
maybe we
Let's,
go
yeah,
for
do
the
that
treasure
afterwards.
first. See what kind of a state we're in.
Yeah.
I hope you
Right.
prepared some appropriate spells, Picard, while you were staring at me sleep.
I am sure that's what
yeah.
I was doing too. Yes.
Define appropriate.
I don't know.
I've got this great one that makes my trousers fall down on command.
Wingardium Leviosa. What have I got?
I don't know. That was more metagaming, just reminding.
Yeah,
mostly
I completely
reminding
forgot to change.
James. Not so
I
much
don't really
you.
have that many different ones anyway. What are you talking about?
So I usually keep myself packed with like the only good ones.
Yeah.
As you talk and don your armor and get ready for the day, there's a knock at the door and it opens and Bayleaf comes in. Are you all rested? I am fully healed.
You're still here.
Ready to assist.
Thought you might have ran off on us.
I gave you my word. You gave me yours that you would assist me with leaving the island with my comrades.
That's true. You're coming in with us this time.
I will. However,
Fantastic.
there is something I must ask, and it's not money.
You're right.
You-
Yeah, I do swing both ways.
If it's sexual favours, you've got
Not
to go
that
to
easy.
Ozzy.
You've said you'll take me away from this island with my men. I would ask that you let us leave before we reach the mainland.
Why's that?
What? And swim?
Are you running from someone?
Well, I do not know how the council and kingdoms of the mainland would see our doings as working with these people.
Under duress, though.
Pardon?
Under duress.
He's not wearing a dress.
Still, I would rather not have the risk. If I'm going to risk my life with you, I would like at least some way of escaping.
Aye. No problem. That's no problem.
Well, I don't know. What are your plans? Where do you see yourself in 5? What's your 10-year plan?
Find someone else to sell my sword to is probably the main plan.
I'm sure the council will be looking for work.
Yes. Maybe.
I mean, I'm a blacksmith, so if you're wanting to sell your sword, I'll take it, you know. I'm sure I could melt it down and do something with it.
Have you woken up on the funny side of bed or something?
Good one.
Listen, we'll make our own way.
Well, how do you intend on leaving without a boat?
Well, that's what I'm asking for. Can you provide us a small boat, some way to sail ashore or drop us off on an island? Even dropping us off away from the main port would help.
I think we could drop you off somewhere.
Aye.
Yeah, we don't have any spare boats.
No, but we can ferry them down and come back.
Then we have a deal. I will assist you with whatever else remains in there.
Aye, we've got a wee bit of a clear-up job to do after trying to see what we can find in these hidden chambers.
You might have already told us this, but after all this fighting, my memory's a little bit hazy. What exactly brought you to this cult? You said you were selling your sword, training the guards, but how exactly did you end up in this line of work with these kind of people?
I basically work for the highest bidder, as most people do. The opportunity came. I didn't really ask them about their cult. Many people worship different gods, and
so you was aware of what they did here before you arrived?
Not entirely. I was aware they were monks in a monastery, and when I arrived I found
Insight check. 50, 60, 18.
18. Let me have a look. He's really hard to read. To the point you can't really get anything from him. As I said, I found out more when I was here, and at that point it was a little bit too late. And then obviously with the pirates, well, I was stranded here.
You seemed very quick to turn against them, and
well, you saw them.
Yeah.
They wanted to stay here and
so
rebuild.
What are you, Ozzy?
Sorry, what did you say, Scott? I didn't catch that, sorry.
So what are you? You were very quick.
I was, yeah, because they're fucked up. They were fucking evil. And, like, unquestionably evil. I mean, I know there's a bit of a grey area sometimes. I mean, some of the things we do, you know. But these guys traded in people and slaves and fucking worshipped Nerul, the god of fucking death. I mean, you can't get much more evil than that. They need to put him down.
They carry out sacrifices as well.
And sacrifices. That's a very good point, Styles. Thank you. There's so many things, I can't even remember them all. Evil as fuck.
Aye,
So yeah,
maybe.
I did turn against him.
Anyway, let's stop giving this guy the third degree after he's just done to get his hand.
Certainly, we don't need to question him. We need him to just be with us, with his men, going first.
I will go with the majority of the group.
Down all corridors. He goes first.
Well, I presume we'd work as a team, but
No, of course we are.
Yeah, but you'll take point,
Mr. Picard
Bailey.
has a funny way of saying things. He's the joker of the group.
That has never been said of me ever.
Comedian. It's a very dry wit.
then is there anything else we need to know before we go in?
Absolutely nothing at all.
I don't think so.
We'll eat
Oh,
and then press on.
if we attack the jade statue at the end, don't look at it in the eyes.
Just don't attack statues.
Right. I'll speak to the man.
Yeah, I'll be on the lookout for any suspicious looking statues, that's for sure.
He goes back out and you see him go to the two men who are now armoured and just eating some of the scraps off the table.
Did he say that they're coming in as well?
They bloody better be. I've requested it.
He didn't say it, but it has been requested, so
Okay.
By Captain Picard.
Captain Picard. You see, as he talks to them, their faces drop slightly, but if you're listening, he explains that this is their way to freedom, and perhaps moving on to
That's payment.
better things. It is payment.
What colour coats do they have?
What colour coats?
Yeah, is it red by any chance?
No, because the two things are dressed in the cultist. Actually, what are they wearing?
They might survive then.
I want to know what they're wearing in case you want to take a blooming souvenir afterwards.
Steal their
We all know
pants.
what you're like.
Yeah, no pants have been taken off in a while.
And I was
true,
literally,
it was-
as
it
he was
was-
walking out, I was thinking about asking him for his pants, but still time.
And your pants, that's part of the deal.
Gonna need
I
their
don't- they're
pants.
They are warriors. They're dressed so they've got simple leather armor, I believe.
All right.
But they are dressed in black, similar to the cultist robes. In fact, they've got a form of armor called a splint, where patches of leather are chained together and the sections of chainmail protecting their more vulnerable areas.
A dick.
Penis.
Penis area.
And they are armed with long swords and short swords. And a heavy crossbow. So they look quite well armed.
Alright, let's go, boys.
Quicker we
Very
get
well.
this done, quicker we can get back home.
Don't mind these two, they're fine. Take it, we've got whoever's got the signs up front with us.
And he
Oh
walks
shit,
in
no,
without
no,
the gold thing. Yeah, so I'm presuming you all move through together.
Yes.
Avoiding traps. You've still got the plank, the table over. In fact, they can't sit at the table. They just sat at the chairs because the tables in it. You see, as they come into the room, they sort of look round at the treasure and they're just observing what you've
Don't
obviously
take any of
pulled
it,
out,
that's all mine.
and you see that it's
It's
just
just rags.
It's not real treasure.
what was this creature? And he points to the just shards of jade that are littering across the room.
Oh, that was like that when we got here. I think someone knocked over a statue or something. Not a creature. Don't worry. Just statues.
Right. Okay.
Like,
Well, where do we
down
go from
here.
here?
I walk up alongside him and say, it was some vampire fucking weird shit
Oh,
sucking the life out of us.
they the high priest did say it was protected, but he didn't say the means. This is serious shit, as they say.
That they do. Is this the door here?
The
This
doors
down here.
Oh, there. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
So yeah, as you come down, you see when you'd moved the chest, there was a visible crack in the wall, and as you push it open, it leads into this short, dark corridor.
Right. Roll
Bailey's
some
and
ball
the
bearings down.
veterans have
Yeah, we
torches.
need
at the
to have a
corridor.
check of it, don't we?
I chuck some ball bearings down.
Get your friend down, and they ding, 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 down the corridor.
I look around for any traps, anything that perception-wise.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Natural 20. 26.
It appears to be clear, this corridor.
Right. I'll take the first step, boys.
Well, that's what these men are for.
I'm tying the rope again and chucking that to these guys.
Okay.
Stepping in.
They hold on, you step, and you tentatively put your foot onto the block, and it holds.
I think it's pretty clear, Sky. I don't see anything out of line. At least not in
Alright.
this corridor.
Like I walks right up to the door.
Oh, wait. Okay, right.
You walk up, and the two doors are the same. and they just look like ordinary doors that you've seen throughout
Can
the
I,
rest
like,
of the
listen? Can I like listen behind either of them? Can I hear anything either?
Yeah, which one do you want to listen to first and make a perception check?
Before we open, I
This
think
one.
people should clear out.
Is it is it possible to tie the rope round the door handle and pull it from the other room?
Yeah, I believe some of you also have Mage Hand.
Yeah, I've got Mage Hand.
Ooh.
I can open it from distance.
Right, so let's clear out and
Well,
do Mage Hand first.
I'm gonna put my ear to the door, have a listen, and I'm also just gonna check the door for traps. I'll check this one at least.
Okay. Yep.
Natural 20
I'll
again.
check the other one.
Would you get on that one, Ozzy?
26.
26. Seems
Change
fine.
dice.
Perception.
Yeah, or investigation, depending which one you want to do.
I've got advantage on.
2 natural 20s in a row. Fuck me.
You get nothing off this door. It seems to be clear, and you can't hear anything on the other side either.
12 on the other door.
This door seems
Well-
clear at least. I can't
yeah,
hear
it seems
anything.
clear.
Packard
Yeah.
opens the first door, the southern door.
Okay.
Gosh.
So as you open that one, it leads down a short corridor, and there's another door at the end.
Ooh.
So many doors.
So, Mr. Styles, what does your door reveal?
I open it.
Yes. Good.
Ding!
Blister ball.
So, as you open this door, the room is large, square. Its ceiling is held up by 2 massive grey granite pillars. As you look around, the walls and floor and ceiling all appear to be made of a shiny black iron. There are several bags, chests, and urns that lie scattered about you. You notice an odd shimmer in the air, and there seems to be a heat rising, as if from a fire.
I'd be very careful about
Yeah.
stepping into that room, guys.
Shall I use
Is there
one of
anything
my
I-
balls?
Is there anything I recognize? Like,
You recognise treasure.
I say, Mr. Bailey, if I have
Yeah.
a job for your men.
No, hold on. I'll use one of my balls.
Oh,
Right,
chance to be a fine thing.
I'll throw one of my balls in.
I wish you would.
You throw it into the room and it bounces, oddly not making a tinging sound on the iron floor. However, it does bounce across it and rolls just sort of central towards 2 pillars.
Wait a minute.
Right,
I think I know
well,
what
an
this
owl
is.
came out.
That shimmer.
An owl came out. I'm sorry, I didn't mean a ball bearing.
Oh,
I meant
you've
a
thrown
fairy
an
ball.
owl. Okay, okay. Yeah.
Much worse for an owl.
And you throw that in and the owl just
Oh, I needed
bursts.
to touch like the air and shit.
Oh, look at that, it's on an owl. So you throw it in, the owl just appears and pecks around on the floor, sort of stretches its wings, flaps up into the air,
Did you say
perches on one of the
Yeah,
chests.
There's
I'd
like
be
a
telling it
weird-
to hop all over.
like a
Yeah.
weird shimmer?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you want to move it around where it's going, James?
Yeah.
does it look like a shimmer when I use disguise self?
I'd say yeah, probably. As the owl gets to there, James, it's hard to see from where you are, but behind the pillar, you just hear this huge, like, almost the sound of a saw, metal scraping against metal, and the owl is gone.
Guys, I don't think what we see in there is is actually in that room. I think it's an illusion.
Still luring me, but
But what about the treasure?
I don't
Mr. Ozzy.
think
use
that's
your mage
real
hand, see if
treasure.
you can pick anything up that's...
I cast
like,
mage
pickable.
hand and send it to the nearest. Is that a chest? The nearest chest, and see if I can interact with it.
Yeah. It goes across and it opens the lid. inside you see a series of coinage, jewels.
I say,
What's-
ooh wee.
Maybe
What's
the
happening
treasure's
in
real.
Run in.
What can you see?
There's something about this room that's not quite right. It's got a weird shimmer, almost like when I cast an illusion of some kind. But it looks like the treasure seems to be real. And one of our animals has gone in there and been killed, it seems, by an unseen.
Is it
Trap.
possible some traps have been concealed with magic?
Definitely.
Yes.
Does anyone have Dispel?
I do. I was just about to say, can I cast Dispel Magic?
He doesn't have a specific object.
Yeah. Oh no, or magical effect within range. So if there's a
Alright,
magical
so if it's
effect
like the
going
room
on,
is illusion.
and the range area is 120 feet.
Okay. Okay. How does your dispel work? Does it dispel up to a certain level?
If the spell is 3rd level or lower, it instantly ends.
Okay.
And for each spell of a 4th level or higher, I have to make a check. And the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay. So as you cast dispel magic into the room, the iron that seems to cover the floor and walls, it just begins to sort of erode away and disappear as these magical, like, almost the magic's just eating away the iron. It slowly peels back in spots until the entire room is now bare, just solid stone carved out, the same as the rest of the dungeon. What you do see, standing in the room, are two interesting shapes. They are statues made of solid iron, however, they haven't been built to look like statues. They're short, their arms and legs are quite stubby. On one of their arms is a giant razor blade, on the other it's formed into a huge hammer. There is
Bring
no
up
facial
wars.
features, their heads are just round domes that sit on top of their shoulders.
They're fixed in place, or do they look like they can move?
It's hard to tell from this distance, they're stationary at the moment.
I knew it was some kind of
Just gonna
illusion.
step in here.
Wait.
As you step in, the first one comes into life, and I need you to roll for initiative.
Oh god.
They're programmed to kill.
Is that all of us, I guess?
Actual 20,
Yeah.
24.
Right. It's 24 for
9
Scarlet.
for me.
17.
9.
17 Scarlet, was it?
Yeah.
Picard?
2
So
deuces.
let's see how the old guys go.
That's the first time I got to use my Dispel Magic. I've had it for ages.
16.
Have you got detect magic as well?
No, that's the one I thought I had, but I didn't have. It was Dispel that I've got.
So I've got that.
Maybe?
I don't actually have it.
I can
prepared,
pick it, but
I can have it. Yeah.
as I've said before, like I'm locked into all of my spells until I level up again. So I have to be careful what if there's a spell that one of you guys can do, I'll have to check
I
with you
can do
first.
just detect.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
won't ever get that because there's no point. 'Cause it's just a waste if you can do it.
So round order is Styles, Scarrick, Bayleaf and his men, Ozzy, the enemy, and then Picard. So Styles, you're top of the round.
So is it the first one, this one at the bottom? It's coming to life.
They've both sort of begin to move, but this one down here has moved first when it's in. Scarrick.
I don't think I'm going to react that much. I think I'm just going to ready an action. I'm just going to get my bow ready.
Yep.
So that
And if it
means-
moves, you're going to shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. That you?
You could take a shot at this guy, couldn't you?
I'd say it's behind that pillar.
You could take
Yeah,
it to this guy.
Take a shot at that one.
Oh
but-
shit! Yeah, that pillar's up there.
Yeah. No, because they might not be. They might not move. They might just be starting to. I don't know, flail around.
I think they're going to move as
Technical
quick as
advantage.
anything.
Well, he'll shoot it if it moves.
They moved on an owl. If they
moves,
moved on
Yeah,
an
I
owl,
suppose
they'll
it's
move on a
ready and it's just the
horse.
same
moves.
as
No,
if they
but
move.
I'm thinking the owl flew by it and it reacted. It didn't move to get the
Yeah.
owl.
Like, it's you.
It's me. Alright, fuck it, well I'm fucking moving forward and taking a swing at this guy.
Okay.
My warhammer.
Roll for attack.
Nice. 22. 22.
22 hits. Roll for damage.
Five damage.
You sort of, and you feel your hammer connect with the iron, and it does sort of make a dent. However, at this early stage, it's looking okay.
That's ridiculous. 10.
10. The second one, as you get the rebound from the hammer, you just sort of don't quite catch it. Anything else, Carrick?
Oh, that's it.
Alright. Bayleaf. What's happening in there? I can't see.
There's some metallic machines powered up. They don't look friendly.
Let me think what to do.
Get in there, Mr. Bayleaf.
Get in there and kill them.
Send your men.
I can't get past. There's too many people in the way.
I'm not that fat.
I'll take a short rest. Can't do that.
We said that you could
Right.
squeeze past, right?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
He's just looking whether he had any spells to boost the party
I see.
first.
I see.
Right. Excuse me. And she'd probably go like that to get Faye. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick.
Jeez.
You see him pull his short bow, and he's going to take one at the back. 7, 11. He just sort of comes in and but as he's got his momentum, he just the arrow flies past. He doesn't hit. Get in here. We're going to need all the help we can get. Ozzy.
Oh, that came round quick.
And I'm backing up.
I will. I'll step into the room. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. 5. That's 25 there. Can I, like, be behind the pillar? Or is that box in the way?
I'd say there is clutter around the pillar. You could move next to it if you wish,
Like that.
or you
so
could try and climb onto the chest.
I just wanted to, like, sort of use the pillar as cover, basically.
Yeah,
I go behind it and... I
so you
get
sort
a
of
boost
jump
for it
on
or-
top of the chest and just try and like cling to the wall, like cat-like.
And then I will... God. I need to level up. Change some things. As a bonus action, I will cast Bardic Inspiration for Scarrig.
That's where it gets his D8 into it.
D8, yeah, you get D8 for 10 minutes.
Nice.
And
Nice.
then I will. I'll pull out my guitar and start playing a creepy, weird melody towards this one in the corner here, and
Okay.
cast Dissonant Whispers. It's a wisdom save.
What is it gonna try and do? Actually, I'll roll the save. 8.
It fails. But hang on a second. A deafened creature automatically succeeds. Is it deaf?
What condition is it trying to affect on it?
It's psychic damage. You whisper a melody that only one creature of choice within range. Is it a creature?
It's a robot. You can't affect a robot's psyche.
Construct. Then it might not even work then.
Let me just look. Because it doesn't specifically say in its stat block about it, and I would have thought it would say, is a construct. Is a creature, yeah, so it does work. Cool. You learn something new every day, guys.
But can it hear?
Yeah, it can hear, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
With
yeah.
a
So it
stab
fails.
attack.
So it takes 3d6, and it needs to use its reaction to move away from me as far as possible, as far as its speed allows, if it can.
I'll just move into the back corner.
7, 8. It takes 8 psychic damage,
Okay.
and it, has to run away.
You see it sort of come into life, this one that was hunched over, and it just sort of turns its head towards you, and then turns back and moves back to the wall.
And then I'm just gonna be like behind the
Yeah.
pillar.
Pike it. Alright. How long is it afraid of you? Is it just till the end of its turn?
I think
Or is it
it just happens that one time, and then after that it's back to normal.
Got you. Okay, so it's their go. So the first one is obviously going to attack you, Scallic.
So as it goes to attack, I'm going to shoot.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Nice. So take your shot with your sneak attack if it hits.
Boost. 24.
Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
Oh shit. S6. Where's my sneak attack? That was terrible. My brain's not working. 13.
Is that with your sneak attack?
Yeah, that's everything. That took too long to add up, though, to be fair.
It's still not bad though. You sort of like, as soon as it begins to move towards Garrick, you and the arrow comes and sort of chips another piece of metal out of its sort of form. But then it does come to attack you, my friend. So, the first thing it raises its blade above its head. No, I can't add. 24.
Oh, I use my reaction to subtract. What's your AC, Scarrick? That?
20.
20. Yeah, I'm going to use a reaction, a D8, to try and subtract it from the hit.
Okay.
Take 6 off of that.
Nice. So as it comes, its
No,
blade
that wasn't
begins
a
to
D8.
come.
That wasn't a D8. That was a D10. Take 5 off of that. It still happens. It still works.
Yeah. As its blade begins to come down, Ozzy, you cry out, and it just sort of swings as it turns towards you. However, its hammer comes up from the other side. For not as good. 17 misses. Its hammer just comes up, and you duck as the hammer swings above your head.
To distract it, I'm like behind that pillar, but I'm like looking at it, and I just like flash a nipple, and I like to think that distracts it. To make
I
it
don't
miss.
know if it can see. But it worked, eh? It can definitely hear.
Nipple detectors activate.
Yeah. Got 6 new. The other one, however, moves 5, 10, 15, 20, and begins to move towards Bayleaf. That is it. Picard, you're up next, and it'll be you, Stars. Top of the round.
Hooey. Right. I'm just gonna come in the room.
Gross.
Oh, I forgot to play the veterans. We'll do them after Picard, then they'll go on Bayleaf's go next time.
Cool. And I'm just gonna cast Shield of Faith on Scarrig, which gives him a +2 bonus
Fucking hell.
on his AC for the fight.
You definitely
On
need
Scarrig.
that.
On Scarrig, yeah.
I was gonna say, really?
And I say, use this and fuck them up.
I'm so powerful!
I just imagine Scarrick's, like, it's nothing to do with his armor, but his speed is increased. He's just like Quicksilver, just dodging out the way of everything.
You can't do temp armor, can you?
No, you just have to remember. Use your pen and paper.
Yeah.
Right, the veterans
Something
charge.
else there.
20, 24, 30, just breaking out and going to attack the creatures that they see. They charge in with a double-handed longsword attack. For the first one is crap. Ooh, second one hits.
Let's see how well you train these bastards.
Oh, nice. 10 damage as the first one it sort of swings and the creature moves, and the second it just comes back double-handed. The sparks just fly as this huge longsword just smashes off the iron. 10 damage on that one. The top boy. I'll protect you. First one is gonna hit again with a two-handed sword. 12 damage on the first one.
These guys are beastly.
Just think you could have been fighting these. Oh, fucking hell. 18 on that second roll. For 7 damage on the second. So another huge 2 hits as you just hit. Sparks now flying and bouncing off the stone walls. Styles, it's you and top of the round.
I'm going to run up to this one with my rapier and thrust at it.
Interesting.
Sexy.
Okay. 10.
It's weak to thrust. No, it dodges out the way as you try and parry through, but with the huge veteran next to you and Bayleaf, they're sort of blocking your way slightly. You can't get the finesse you need.
And then I'm going to run away.
So you'll have to use your bonus to disengage because you haven't hit it. Otherwise, it'll get an opportunity attack. Yep. So you just got whatever the rest of your movement is.
I'm just going to go back and hide in the door.
Yeah, same amount. Cool. Scarrick.
We don't really have much else, so yeah, I'll just go for another swing with my warhammer.
Whack him.
Ding.
Whack. Just fucking hell. I'm gonna add my D8.
Okay.
$11 + 6, 17.
Yeah, nice. Just hits. Rough damage.
Fucking hell. Right, damage being 6, but I'm gonna add in my Divine Smite at first level. Just use a slot and then add 3d8. Is it? Why is it not like in the fucking section of spells? It's annoying that. 2d8 extra radiant damage, plus 1d8 for each spell higher. I've not got that. Is it undead or fiend?
No.
So just an extra 2d8 then. So, was that right? So 6 normal damage, did you do that?
Yep.
And then,
Do you want me to take it off and you'll give me the extra?
yeah, so it's 6 normal bludgeoning damage and then 13 radiant damage.
Alright. This creature now, you see parts of its iron are just begin to break away where maybe it's rusted and corroded over time of being in this dank dungeon. As you hit with a hammer, you make a significant dent into one of its arms and concave in its structure and form. Nice, good hit. That you, Scalec?
I'm going for another swing for 21.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
And then 7 damage.
Nice. Dink it on the other side. Okay. It is Bayleaf and the veteran's turn. What we got? AC 16. Alright. Bayleaf goes first. Great blow. Let's finish him. Together. He is a bard after all.
That's
He's
my
cocky.
trick.
He's going for the sword.
Fuck this guy.
Let's see. Yeah, it's 21 to hit, which it does. 6 plus 2. 5 damage is like parrying off his veteran friend. He just sort of jabs with the sword and chips a piece of metal out. Again, more sparks flying. Let's go. Again, holding the swords, the giant long swords with their 2 hands. They're going again. Ooh, first one misses as it dodges out the way. Next one hits though. This is on the top one. D10 plus 3. One on a D10 is 1, and double 0 is 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Not a great hit. Only 4 damage on the first one. And the first one missed. So now the bottom veteran, you see Scarrick, he's next to you, raises his sword. 15, that hits. Second one misses. Oof, again, the damage not great. Only another 4 damage. You see, they haven't fought much on the island this second time after having such a great hit on the first one. As they pick the sword up again, they're slightly weakened from their survivorship. Ozzy, it's you.
I will. The one that is next to me. I will strike with my rapier.
Okay.
14 plus 6, 20.
Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
7.
Nice.
And then I'll move round the pillars of there.
Okay, nice. Right. A very good move. That you.
That's me.
You see, as you run around the pillar and just glance back at it, it moves forwards, and you see it just sort of hulk down for a second, and then it begins to spin its body around, the top half just moving, its saw blade and hammer spinning round. Let's have a look. They each need to make Dex save. Veteran first. 10, 11, Bard. 13. Oh dear. So you see as it spins, it just begins to chop into a bay leaf and this veteran standing next to him. 3d10 on a failed. And
There's only
then
room for one bard in this party. Never liked this guy.
18 damage. Let me take the numbers off. It delivers some severe blows as they try to duck out the way of the hammers and the swords as they come round, but then the hammer catches Bayleaf. You hear a crack as his jaw just becomes dislocated and broken. The veteran, it just hits him in the chest, and you see the air come out of him. They're still standing, but weakened. And then, looking down to the bottom, you see the other one is beginning to wind up. So I need Scalic and the other veteran to make a dex save.
He's muted, but he rolled a
Muted.
1.
He rolled a 1. That's a fail.
Yeah. I got a 1.
23 damage as this beast just... Your shield is just getting pushed into you as it pushes you into the ground.
Scarag!
Alright. Can I do a reaction to that then?
Yes.
I'd like to, as I get hit, I'll just be like, like see it sort of like, as the blood comes out, it sort of congeals and turns into like that sooty, smoky effect that comes out of me, and just like whips around and burns into him.
Nice.
And I will do 2d10. Uh, 11 fire damage.
Oh, nice. Just let me check. Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
It's a 3d10. It's in the second level, that's why.
11, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, 11.
Your blood like comes out and congeals and wraps in whips, and as it does, it burns into the iron. You see the iron just heat red hot and then begins to crack around its body. Picard, it's you. Then it'll be top of the round.
Sorry, Paul. Should I have not got an opportunity attack when he moved out of my range?
No, you moved behind the pillar. He was here, and then he moved one step in.
Is
The
it
pillar's in the way, I'd say.
Yeah, the pillar separated you two, surely.
Otherwise, he
or
would
you
have
get
been able
an
to attack you when
He
you
would
moved
be
away.
in total cover.
I don't know. I just assumed it's 5
I'd assume
feet.
like we counted this as total cover because you're
Okay.
diagonal to him,
All right, yeah, fair enough. Then.
and the same will apply for you.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on him, so he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw of 14.
It's a 4. That ain't gonna work.
Okay, he's going to take 2d12s of damage. Oh, it's good. It's 23 damage. Oh, that feels good.
That is very, very good. Where Scaric's blood has just formed this huge burning like trails across its body, your toll begins to crack and jar, and you see as one of his arm goes limp slightly, and he just sort of begins to totter on his heels. He's nearly done, really nearly. He's on his last legs.
Nice.
Very good, Picard. That you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Styles, top of the round, it's you.
I'm going to repeat my attack from earlier, so I'm going to bin and stabby.
Roll for attack.
17.
Yes, that hits. Roll for damage. With
So,
your sneak attack.
Yep. 11 plus. That's better. 24.
Nice. Again, with this one, you see he's beginning to wear now. Chunks of his body are just beginning to fall and just break and crack. And you hear creaking as it's moving. Nice, good hit.
I'm
And then
going
you're-
to retreat.
Yep. Perfect. Scarrick.
So I will take another swing with my Warhammer. Fucking hell. 11.
11. Misses.
And so, like, with like a massive miss, I'll sort of like spin around and do a full swing rather
Yep.
than 18.
Oh, nice, yeah. You catch on the second one. Roll for damage.
6.
Yeah, there's some. You hit him and he's like staggered, just wobbling back and forth, just waiting for that final blow to take him out. That you?
Yeah.
Cool. Bayleaf and the veterans, they charge forward, seeing they begin to weaken. Bayleaf attacks and misses. He tries to jab with his short sword, but the creature just creaks out the way as he does. However, his trained soldier. Oh, 19 on the first. That's a hit. Misses the second. But he takes 1d. Rolled it into my coin. Nice. 13 damage as he ducks the first one, but comes back and slashes across. Again, this creature is looking nearly done. The veteran at the bottom misses the first one, misses the second one. As this creature's like staggering back and forth, he's just swinging and dodging the final blow. One last burst of energy. Ozzy.
Did you say both of them are looking pretty?
Both of them are looking really weak, especially the one in the south is really like bits are fractured off him.
I'm going to step round here, aiming at this one, and I will. I'll take a shot with my crossbow.
Cool.
That's a natural 1.
As you step out, this creature beginning to start to spin up again. You fire and it just spins its body out the way, and the arrow.
I think I hit Bayleaf by accident.
You want to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a natural
You
1,
roll.
so he's got it.
Yeah, it rolls. And Bayleaf sort of sicks into his arm.
I just look at him like,
say,
oh, shit.
we'll say 1 damage as it just sort of catches him and spins him around. He looks at you like, fuck.
I just like awkwardly do that Homer Simpson back into the
Sort of
bush,
seeing you pass this beast that's
As I
slowly
go
spinning
back.
up. And you're like,
back behind the pillar.
that you, Ozzy.
Yeah.
All right. So this top one begins to spin up again. It's final. You hear its gears inside are grinding against the metal as it begins to spin. However, it has the ability to do it, so it will. They need to make dex saves. Oh, nice. Bayleaf definitely succeeds. Nat 20, yeah. They both succeed this time. However, they still take... Have a look. 1. I never use so many D10s. 17. 8. My brain was not working. They still take 8 damage as they're not quite fast enough to duck out the blows, and they get caught by the backhand of its arm. The one at the bottom, you see it lift its sword and it almost weakly tries to attack. Manages to catch into the veteran with 2d6 plus 3. A weak blow as the veteran sort of catches it and it just jabs into his arm, but he manages to push it free. Picard.
Right, I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on this southern one again.
Yep.
So he
Bloody
needs,
Southerners.
he needs to wisdom save a 14.
4 again.
Ooh, not again. Alright, I'll do my damage. 20 damage.
Okay, now nice.
It's Toll the Dead's no joke.
As this tolling, you can see the creature rocking back and forth, and as it does, its cracks just begin to form all across its body. It begins to tremble at the same resonance as the bell toll, and all of a sudden, as its body just falls to pieces on the floor. That one is dead.
Yeah. And that's how I end.
Okay. Styles.
Keep with the winning formula and just rush in.
This is how it's done.
Just Styles running in and out of the room, and I'm like,
I'm going to use
he's
a
gone
luck.
again.
I'm going to use a luck.
Go on, Styles.
I'm not using as much as I used to. 27.
27, yeah, Jesus, that's awesome. Roll for
Oh,
damage.
not natural 20. 8 and 7, 15.
15, nice. Again, another great blow against this creature, and now it sort of begins to stagger you. As it comes down the slow on its whirl, you manage to jab your rapier in and just grind its gears slightly so it just jams up. It's now fixed
You know
in
what
position.
really grinds my gears?
It's
I'm going
fixed,
to
just tottering backwards and forwards.
dash under my cape and run away.
Scarrick.
So I'll take a run up to here and try and hammer onto his head.
Nice.
For fuck's sake, 10.
No, you try and push past these two
And then
large
I'll go for a
beams.
rebound, but a fucking bang off the top with a fucking 7.
Yeah.
So
You're sort of trying
both
to
misses.
try and run up and jump up the bodies to get the great swing, but they both sort of push you away, and you're like, I'm trying to fucking fight here. In that exact accent.
Yeah, that was me.
Alright. Then, as they push you back, they both have a swing. You see. 6. You knock off Bailey's swing by like trying to climb up him, and his sword just goes wide. But the other one, dear. Again, as you jump up, he's got this double-handed greatsword. He swings around and just cuts into Bailey's leg, and Bailey screams in pain. There's another natural one. As the sword just cuts into like
They're
the
playing me
bottom
for
of
their
the leg.
natural ones.
Oh, you should have jumped on him. Oh my god, 2 natural ones in a row. As he pulls it out, swings it back up, and the sword, with enough momentum, just comes and smashes him in his helmet, knocking him semi-unconscious. Wow.
Okay,
That
Bailey,
was-
you have really
that was
not trained
the
these
worst
well.
round. That was the worst round I think I've ever had. Ozzy, it's you. Please, finish him.
I'd take a step round again. And I'll just shoot him again. Don't want to use my
Yep.
spells particularly. That's 12 plus 6, I think it is. Yeah, 18.
Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
9. 9.
How do you want to do this? You
I'm-
come round and you
I just come
literally
round and just it's just
round, you
most,
see the longsword jabbing into the leg, then coming out and smashing him in the head, and he's sort of like, oh, fucking.
I just like they say they don't have a head, do they? It's just like a dome, right?
Just a dome molded, yeah, around, yeah.
I'm gonna I just let loose and it like goes straight through the back of the dome and like comes out and just as it's coming out, it like slows down and just stops as it reaches Bayleaf in front of his head.
And as you do, the body just begins to crack and crumble as it sort of.
And it just like reveals me behind, like.
And as that happens, quiet descends on the room. The smell of post-battle, the blood that's been spilled, the panting of the people.
My favourite smell.
And Bayleaf just
Everybody
looks at you
alright?
and goes,
That was a close one.
Never better.
close. And I believe you shot me.
I'm really sorry. It was a mistake.
It's fine.
My aim
These things
isn't
happen.
always true.
He turns towards the soldier. These things happen, don't they?
I think maybe you need to complete their training, I'll be honest.
Yes. I think we need something. But we've done it. We've destroyed them. He sort of picks up one of the pieces of
Not
iron.
quite all yet, but I've
Huzzah!
got these.
I'll
This-
look around.
And when he's picking up the iron, can I also? Does it look like anything particular, or is it just iron?
Now that the spell that was binding these constructs together has gone, you're left with a large hulking pile of iron. Dented and scratched from your battle.
Well, this
I'm
treasure
gonna,
better be worth it.
Time to loot, boys.
I'm going to open this chest here, what Ozzy opened with his mage hand, and
Okay.
have a look.
So, just before we go into everything and people looking for everything, is there anything that Ozzy and Scarrick are looking for particularly and trying to do better than the other, like they were in the other room?
I will also be looking for texts that, like, again, like Hematasia, not necessarily on this cult, but like more about like
I would.
crafting and that sort of stuff.
I think at this point, after the
Like a
conversations we've had,
Yep.
I'm leaving it to. I'm not trying to hide anything, so I'll just actively help and look.
You just look around and help.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you all begin to search, Bayleaf and his two soldiers just coming together and sort of you see Bayleaf healing some of their wounds, but they don't search actively in the treasure. They leave that to you. You search the room and throughout the different chests and sort of bags and urns, you find someone want to write this down.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, have you got a pen, please? I don't seem to have one for some reason.
Who is Sarah? And why is she in the crypt?
It's my assistant.
The
You
spectre.
literally just reached into one of the dead cells as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a
Pull the pen
groupie.
out.
Follows me everywhere.
The next cell along is that fucking paperclip from Microsoft Word.
Yeah, already.
So, you find 480 gold pieces,
Ooh.
1,200.
Sarah, could you give me a pen that works, please?
Ah,
It's got
back into the crypt.
shit on it.
I put you there for a reason.
Thank you. Carry on.
So 480 gold.
Or 80 G's.
Yep. 1,200 silver.
Yep.
You find a hoard of gems and jewelry. Which, just make an intelligence check. You can do it as a group if you wish, as you sort of look over the things.
Not good for me.
Does that mean as a group just all do it?
4 for me.
Where's intelligence? Oh,
At
up
the
at the top.
top.
6 for Bicard. He's never seen a jewel in his life.
14. Scar.
Lovely rock.
10
What's
for
it?
style.
10. Alright, you're not quite sure on the wealth of the jewels at this point, but you can tell there's a lot. Like, this is probably the most you've seen. There's small
Really?
bags dotted around the room of gems, some ornate, like, gold and silver jewelry, some, just,
Maybe we
you
can
can
add
tell
it,
there's a lot.
add it
in
up
this.
on the boat or something.
Yeah, so if you just put gems and jewelry from Isle of the Abbey.
Yeah.
At the back, in a long trunk, you find 5 bolts of silk. And knowing trade, you know each of these is probably worth around 100 gold.
These will make me a fine captain's coat.
And they will. In some of the smaller sort of bags and containers, you find 2 red potions which you taste slightly and check, and you find there's 2 potions of healing.
Started
also-
writing healing potion before you even said it.
There's also a bag, and you open it up and put your hand in, and like your bag of holding, this one extends in. This is another bag of holding.
Oh shit!
However, inside.
Does
feels-
anyone mind?
Oh, he wants it.
Jesus, straight in there
I
with
was,
it.
I was literally going to ask. I was going to ask him Xandros about getting one. I'm happy to, chip in money.
Be my guest. I'd love
I mean,
to
you can
have
store
one,
stuff
but
in it if you
only
like.
out of.
Placard says, so long as I have room for my sister's head in my bag, I require no other carrying capacity.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm
that daily
happy.
veterans do sort of look over to you slowly as they're patching up their wounds. So you find the bag of holding, but as you put your hand inside and find it's a bag of holding, there's something solid in the bottom. It moves slightly. As you pull it out, you find a similar armor to what the veterans are wearing. This splint armor, small patches of almost like a pearlescent metal, connected with rings over a leather body. You would notice, Scarrick. You look at the metal and see it in the torchlight, and as it sort of reflects and thingies, you recognize this to be Mithril.
Ooh.
Mithril splint armor, exactly. The sheets are riveted to the soft leather shirt.
Don't let the Tolkien estate find out about that. They'll be suing.
Whoever pronounce it slightly differently.
Call it
And there's-
Methyl.
Shit.
Yeah. There's one final thing that you find. This is in a solitary chest by itself at the back. It's a large tome wrapped in black cloths. As you uncover it, you feel the leather feels slightly odd, like no other leather you felt before. You look closely and you see there's almost hair follicles dotted across the cover. Written in gold, embossed into the leather, are the words "Orders of the Underworld."
Who finds this? Should we roll
Well-
for it?
you gave
Yeah.
up on that task, so
No, I
found it.
know, but I'm just obviously moving forward. I want to know who.
Rollies.
Like roll is see who actually picks it up. I rolled a 6.
Yeah,
17.
15. Oh,
17.
Did you get stars straight to 20?
I didn't roll, I didn't find it. I'm just looking at the armour. I'm trying to squeeze it a bit.
So Placard finds this
what's this place called?
skin vest.
The armor is a mithril splint armor. Let me put this in your journal, Alex.
Gosh, golly.
What languages can you read, Alex?
Oh! Abyssal, Common, Infernal.
I'd say you can understand quite a lot of this tome.
Oh.
A lot of it has been translated into Common, and you can see places where additional parchments have been inserted, and the translation you can see reading the Infernal has been translated from Infernal to Common on there. Well, you can read it and decide if you wish to tell the party. I'll read out the gist of it. If you wish to keep it to yourself, then you can keep it to yourself.
No, Placard would be like, oh, I found this strange book which has some pubes on it, I think.
Oh, it's furry. What's it say on the front of it?
It says Orders of the Underworld.
Well, Scarrig, if
I wouldn't mind
if you were looking
looking
for
at it. I mean-
any information, this is probably your best bet.
hey. I'll take that. Thank you.
I say, well, one moment there, Mr. Scarrick. One moment. I would like to peruse this
I mean, we
book.
can share reading it. You know.
Yes.
You can.
We will have reading
Let's-
sessions, but I will hold
Aye.
on to it.
It's great.
We'll go in my study.
I'll put
I
it in
picked it.
the chat as well.
I pick the armor up and just walk off with it. Whilst they're looking at the book.
I just steal it.
All right. Yeah.
Damn.
I'm fine with that.
Oh, you fine with that dwarf covered in armor?
Yeah, I don't need any more.
Well, the interesting thing about it is its properties.
Is it?
Wait, have you put it in our journal?
I haven't put the armor in your journal. No, you should be able to look it up on D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay. What's it called?
It's called
Full
Mithril.
splint armor.
Yeah. If I'm reading this right, does this? So, if the armor normally possesses disadvantage on Dextra bracket stealth check,
Yeah.
or has strength requirements, the Mithril version of the armor doesn't. So it doesn't.
Yeah, so basically splint armor would normally be a heavy armor, which would cause you disadvantage on stealth. However, if you're wearing it, then you keep your stealth.
That could be
That's
really
normal.
handy.
Is it heavy armor?
That could be really handy.
It's
for
not a light
Sarek.
armor.
Yeah.
Oh, it's heavy armor, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a light armor. That's why I was like, no, I'm not interested.
Sky-
and it
Sky-
basically
Oh
gives
yeah,
me back my
I'm not
stealth.
interested if it's a heavy armor.
Actually, that's
You
great.
have you have
handy, that.
disadvantage
Yeah,
on
so it's-
all
it's-
stealth, don't you, Scarrick? So that'd be real good
yeah,
for you.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd like to
because of my
think-
mail.
Styles is trying to drag it across the floor.
Yeah. Or you put it on immediately, like just full length.
Yeah, Scarrick, I think this might be more for you.
Right,
What does your what armor have you got at the minute?
plate armor?
Got plate at them.
I think plate is it'll be
It's slightly
slightly
reduced
stronger.
your AC, however, you
Depends
will
whether or
be.
not you want to have the
I don't care about my
dexterity.
stealth.
Yeah.
Well, depends if the party cares about your stuff, doesn't it?
Well,
You'll see.
does it fit in my bag of holding?
Yeah, it came
It
out.
came out
right
your
on.
bag.
Oh, was it in there? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put it in here for now.
We can keep it on the ship in case of emergencies. There's no need to do away with it.
In the
Does-
armor room on the ship.
Can any people? Oh yeah, you have to be like proficient in heavy armor to cat, don't you?
Yeah.
Because I can only wear
Oh.
only
The
wear
armor's
light
the
armor.
same. It just gives you. It doesn't have the negative
Like,
effects of heavy
dexterity,
armor. Basically.
Yeah. Ah yeah.
What-
So
what
I don't
about-
think you'd even be able to wear it Stars anyway. I think Sky's the only one who can actually wear it.
I was thinking like the Lord of the Rings variant.
Yeah, I was.
What
There
we
is
do?
diff- There is
I've
other
got-
bits.
I've got 2 healing potions already. So what's everyone else's count?
Oh,
I've used all mine.
we didn't ask
That
you.
was Bayleaf.
We didn't mean you, Bayleaf.
Right.
This is a Mr. Main conversation.
Stand in the
Um,
corner.
I've got
Cover your ears.
got 3 potions of healing.
Wowzers. Mr. Scarrick,
I don't need any.
hold any potions of healing?
No, I don't have any, so I'll take one, I suppose.
Well, I'll take the second if you do not mind. I shall add
Go
that
for it.
to
Go
my
for it.
inventory.
Is it
Now
just
you've
normal?
looted the place. Can we leave?
Well, there are other
Okay.
rooms to explore.
It's not quite done yet, aye.
What do you mean? Surely this
Well,
is the main
there's-
objective.
There's other rooms.
There's other
there
doors.
could be even better treasure.
We were tasked with ridding this place of all evil.
And there's that.
That was not my task. I said I'd help you.
Aye,
You're
but
helping us.
our task was to clear the rooms, at least. We know there's more monsters. If you don't want to fight them, that's fine, but we're
It's not
carrying
fine.
on through these corridors here.
It's not fine, Mr. Scarrick.
Just
you.
saying, we nearly died.
But
This is
just
the
think
first
if,
room.
if anything happens to us, you're going to be stuck in this place forever.
You will die here without us.
Did you think there's going to be less people than 2? That's all we've fought so far.
This is the first room you've seen.
I'm sorry.
I think we know it's the first room.
I'm more used to fighting humans.
Yeah, well, if you're lucky, we might find some. Let's go into the next room.
Right, he does need to use some spells then.
I'm gonna offer him. I'm gonna like go along and pat him on the back and give him 10 health.
He's got healing word anyway, so he's going to use 1d4 plus your spell modifier.
Is there anyone else bad on our front?
No, I'm untouched.
With my stealth
I'm,
and dashing,
like-
I didn't take any damage.
Nice. So
I'm
he heals
almost at
himself.
half health, so I'll just give myself 20. No, 50.
You're almost at half health. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That'll be a 1. Where's the other veteran? Alright, he's used 2 of them. Okay. Right. We're weak but ready.
Good enough. Off we pop.
Where now?
Down the
You might as well
corridor.
use it now, so I'm going to offer the other 10 to whoever needs
Oh,
it out of the others.
Bayleaf. Bayleaf needs it the most.
So I'll give him 10.
He's only on 16. Nice. Thank you. Let's give me a bit more fighting spirit.
Yes. No worries.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
That corridor.
Down this way.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say to Ozzy, I know you don't like that fella Bayleaf, but there was no need to shoot him.
There's only room for one bard in this party. Nah, I'm kidding. It was an accident. I sort of tripped as I went round the pillar and...
I'll roll a ball bearing this length.
Okay. Is Ozzy with you at this point?
No, we was having a conversation,
got
but we'll be
All right.
following, bringing up the rear, I suppose.
So you roll the ball bearing down, and it bounces. I don't think it would. Well, let's see. Let's let the dice decide.
You make me feel unsure about this corridor.
No, the ball bearing is a tried and tested method.
It bounces,
fail.
and
It will tell us all.
Uchit, son of Uchit,
It will
son
tell
of
me my
Uchit.
future if I so wish it.
Yeah, it bounces and bounces and bounces, but at the end of the corridor where it meets the corner, it disappears.
Dear.
And you get that
So what, like
slight-
here it disappears.
Yeah, it disappears on these 4 tiles
Oh,
at the
okay.
end.
Anything with your ball bearings, Gary?
So I don't think we want to step on the end of the corridor there. I think there's
I
another
see.
illusion.
Okay. We'll be careful, but I wonder what's in this door. And
What? Where did that come from?
it's always been there.
I didn't even see that. It's like you clicked it and it appeared.
Spooky.
Packard opens the door.
Oh,
Okay.
you're not going to check it for traps?
Of course he's not.
Scary
As you
door.
open the door, I need you both to make
Oh,
a,
dear.
Oh, fucking hell. No, Mr. Piker, no!
What wasn't the character?
I
Dexterity save, please.
I like to think me and Styles just like chin wagging as we're bringing up the rear.
Yeah.
And as they
You
go
just
towards
hit-
that door, I'm like, they're not
So
checking it
you
for
feel
traps.
tension.
They're not checking it for
Styles,
traps. Oh my
as you open
god.
the door, and as you open it, you see on the other side there's a piece of string or wire that sort of runs into a pulley and then goes up. And as you open it and look up, you're like, oh shit. Make a dex
Home
save.
Alone.
A 1.
Packard got a 12.
Right, you both fail. This could be problematic.
Great.
Could be death.
Ozzy and Styles, you hear a crack and you see the ceiling begins to collapse onto them. You see them try to jump out the way. However,
I'm pretty sure we've checked every single door so far for traps. This is why Pike should take the
But
lead.
where's the fun in that?
He's too impulsive. I think his memory's going again. He's forgetting things.
You guys are back there chin wagging while we're doing all the work.
He's forgetting to be careful.
Take 43 bludgeoning damage as the
Fucking
entire
hell.
Sorry.
20. You take
I take
43
it my shield can't do
bludgeoning damage
anything.
as the entire ceiling block just drops onto you. These huge boulders, like 5 foot by 5 foot, just come and down the
Can my
corridor. You just
shield
get
do any sort of
craft.
interaction for him?
No.
Or is this?
No, you're both fucked. It was a deck save. At this point, your shield's in front of you, and you're just sort of like, door.
Wait.
Ah.
Wait.
Go on.
Wait.
Lois, this is not my bad mechanics.
43.
43, yeah. 8d8.
I should really heal myself more rather than NPCs. I'm unconscious.
Of course you are.
I'm also at
Or
0.
whatever that means.
Yeah, of course you both be.
I
Surely.
take it, like, because I had 41, so does it...
I was trying to
matter
work
that
out
it's
if you was
more
like properly dead, but that's if you double your maximum health,
Yeah,
and I'm
if you double
thinking
your maximum
surely
health,
not.
so- Alright,
So
so
I'll just do the damage and see what... Right, it says failure success thing.
as the dust settles, this huge whoosh of air hits you, Ozzy and Styles, as you're walking down. This huge dust and grit just.
Oh,
You're like,
crap.
shit. All you see is just this pile of rubble and a few arms laying out. And we're going to take a quick break. I decide what to do.
For fuck's sake.
My God, what have you done?
I was like, I think it's only a crossbow door, and then I looked at which trap it was, and I was like, oh dear.
Who knew that was going to happen? None of us. None of us could have
All of
predicted.
us.
Wow.
We've checked
None
every
of us
thought. It doesn't even lead anywhere on the map. You can see it doesn't even go anywhere.
That's why I thought it was special. I was like, this door's got to stop me some serious shit.
Oh, man.
Oh, dear.
Oh my God.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
So,
everyone's back.
so we're walking,
So-
and I'm saying to Styles, "Oh, they should really check that. They're not checking it for traps, are they? Pike! Oh my God!"
I say, what?
So then it all falls down on them, right, and crushes them.
To death.
Shit! Nameless veterans, come help!
Yeah, everyone charges forward as you move forward to the scene. You're met with just the series. Sorry, you're met with a series of rubble, and they run forward and begin to just pick.
Scarrick,
it
can
up.
you hear me?
Paycard,
Scarrick!
Paycard, are you there?
You're
Each of you make a
unconscious.
death save. Yeah, you're unconscious. So you roll d20.
They're not making any noise.
above
They're not
10
making any noise.
to save.
Did you say there's like their arms are visible?
I'd say like it's one big slab that sort of dropped onto them in this 10 by 10 foot space, which is now broken up. Now it's thingy, so you can sort of see their bodies underneath the rocks, but it's
Then
quite
I-
a thick
You
slab.
didn't finish your sentence. What happens if you got below 10? I didn't, but I was shitting my pants there. I got 16. Was
Then
that
you
death?
fail. You fail. That's
No,
it,
you
get
do
below
one
10.
fail, so you got 3 chances to fail or survive.
Picard gets advantage on death saves.
And if you
'cause he
get
is
a natural,
weird dead man.
if you get
One,
a
it's
natural
2
20, you get 2
You just said
passes,
that
and
for
if
you.
you get a 1, you get 2 fails.
I got a 22 on my first
Okay.
one.
So as you come onto the rocks and begin to look round, and like the dust clears and some of this rubble is moved away, you see their arms and their fingers begin to twitch. At this point, you can sort of see part of Picard's body and part of Scarrick's.
I'd
veteran-
reach down and cast Cure Wounds on Scarrick to try and bring him back.
Yeah, so you do that.
And I'm assuming it does bring him back up.
Yeah.
And you will get 1d8 plus 4. 7 plus 4, so 11 hit points.
Nice. Styles,
Scarrick.
make a... Go.
Oh, it's like, Scarrick! Can you feel me? Are you okay?
Boys,
Can you hear me?
what happened?
Your eyes open and just blink through this grit as your face is just squished into the floor by this huge rock. Scarrick, make a strength roll, and Styles, make a strength roll.
Just hold tight, and then I'm gonna do the same to Picard.
6.
6.
3.
3. You reach across as Styles tries to lift one of the boulders but can't get the leverage on it. It's just too fixed in. Scarrick, you push your body up but find this huge weight on you and you're like, oh, but you can't lift it. Ozzy?
Unless I can see Picard's mouth, in which case I'm going to pour...
Yes.
Dip my balls into it. I would pour a healing potion in, but I don't know if I can see his mouth or not.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
As you try and clear away some of this dirt and debris that's just filled this corridor.
10.
Yes, you just managed to sort of... You brush away some of the dirt and you see just this, like, gaunt face, like, looking up at you. Surprisingly, not looking that different to normal.
Then
Almost peaceful, if anything.
I think Picard's actually all right. It doesn't need anything. Oh no! I think he's dead. I pour a potion into his gob,
Okay.
and you get 2d4 plus 2.
With me succeeding the death save, do I not end up on like 1 HP or something?
And you have to do 3 in a row.
You have to make 3.
I've got to do 3. Oh, I get you.
You get 4 hit points.
Okay.
And I'm brought back to consciousness.
The air comes back into your lungs as you gain consciousness. Your face now looking up just at the ceiling where this huge void is now
Picard,
above you.
Are you okay? You okay? Can you feel your arm?
Well, no, but I never could.
That's what I thought. I'll try and start lifting.
Like, say you see a spectral arm just come up from the thing and wave through the rock.
Why didn't you check for
That is
traps? Why have you learned nothing in this dungeon so far?
I usually leave that kind of thing to you fellas.
Then stay behind us. And I start trying to shift some of the rubble.
Too slow.
Now that they're both stable, the veterans climb on and you see them, they get their long swords and sort of put them in and pry the rocks up. And as they do, after around 5 minutes work, you manage to move enough so that you can get them out and sort of sit them up and just dust them down. Bayleaf pulls out a small flask and passes it to you, Scarrick first. Here, drink this. It's the last of a fine wine. However, it will give you some spirits.
Thank you.
Scarrick,
Take a swig.
You.
are you okay?
I was a hairy one.
Don't
We were fine.
don't you dare fucking leave me like that again.
Sorry, lad. I thought we had it under control.
You was with
Be careful
Picard.
with these traps.
The situation is never in control when you're with Picard.
Picard goes, ah. Oh. My feelings.
Don't fucking scare me like that.
Listen, are we going on or gonna take a rest again?
No, let's push
I'm
on.
kind of fucked. Alright, and I'll slap Picard and do 2d8 of...
Wait,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
who are you clearing this for? Why are we putting ourselves in such danger?
Because we were
Well, the
hired to.
cultists are dead.
Because we're good men.
And I want
But
to
at what
find goods
cost?
and wares.
Your friends nearly died.
Oh, we nearly die all the time.
Well, to be fair, we think he's dead now.
I think I might actually be dead.
Now we've
Mr.
got the
Bailey.
treasure. Can't we just collapse the door or something and seal this in? The
Mr.
horrors
Bailey,
within?
What
I
makes you
vote.
so sure
We've got
this?
it all.
What makes you so? This is the treasure. This could be
We're
tuppence.
the greedy men.
They call us the greedy men.
Well,
I vote for leaving this fucking place behind. And if they ask,
I mean, I could
we tell
chuck
them we
2
got rid of
balls
it
and see
all.
if I get an owl. And hopefully fly around with it.
I did say we should have sealed the entrance on day 1. We did left everyone down here to rot.
Did.
nobody likes a
and
smart
a fine
ass.
idea it would have been. But I guess
Well,
you
that-
have survived this far.
Where's the fun?
And that
in
would have sealed you in at that time as well, too. Before.
Alright, I'm chucking 2
Oh, the
fairy
entrance
balls down.
to I see. Alright.
Yeah, you would have died down here, Bayleaf. What was behind the door that I opened?
Just
I
wall.
wanted an hour.
Just
mechanism.
wall.
Too late.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
no.
It's the same as the other ones, like up here that we tried.
What'd you get, James?
2 8, which I'm pretty sure is like fucking brown bears. Fucking.
A couple of brown bears.
I wanted an owl. I got 2 brown bears.
Can't remember.
Well, they could be test dummies for. I mean, I want to know what's around this corner.
Well, we need to get
Yeah, well-
the table bridge onto it.
Yeah, I'm taking a brown bear. Can't jump that. Or can it? Because it's like half your movement speed, isn't it?
It's your strength modifier. Is it? Yeah, it's your strength
Yeah.
score.
You got the stats for a brown bear, James? Okay.
Oh no. What is it? Half your strength?
Your strength modifier.
Is it-
It's just the total of your
what the fuck
modifier.
is on there?
Oh no, it's your
Plus
total
4,
strength
so
number,
2.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's just total
I
strength.
mean, my strength as a brown bear is 19 plus 4.
So you jump 19 feet.
Yeah, it can jump
That's it,
19
isn't it?
feet with a run up.
Okay, sweet, so I can jump
The
across there then.
jumpy ass bear.
Yeah.
If I can see, then I'll make him jump across there.
Just one before you send the bears down. Ozzy, as you're standing on the rubble and you look down the corridor, you see there is a fine tripwire that you've spotted before in the center of this thing. So I'm going to presume, not to be a dick
Yeah,
PM,
I'd tell them
that
to
you
walk to
have
step over.
tell them to gently step over the tripwire.
Nope.
All right. Nope.
Those graceful bears.
Okay. Yeah, the dancing bears.
I'm gonna make them dance over on 2 feet. Like ballerinas.
So you can't see through your animal's eyes, so you're just sending the bear around the corner.
Oh shit, yeah.
Well, we can go to the end.
Oh, it's
Yeah, we can
fucking
peek
useless.
round.
Don't forget this area is you can peek round.
Yeah, yeah.
So the bear jumps over.
Alright, yeah, so
send the other one?
jumped him
Or
over,
you
we're
make-
peeking around, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Again, Ozzy, as you peek round, you see.
There's another one of them tripwires.
Yes.
So a tripwire, so yeah, walking over the tripwire.
I'll be careful, bears.
Okay. And then you send him down.
Until
Okay.
yeah.
As he gets to here, the floor underneath the bear opens, and you hear a click as the trapdoor's just, and the bear just goes. As it, and you hear
Chewy?
the pained wails of a bear impaled on a spikes.
Oh, I'm sad now.
It's not dead.
Good job we
Well,
got
that
2
doesn't make
bears.
it better. Makes it much harsher.
That makes it worse. Someone needs to put it out of its misery.
Quickly, we need to get the
Quick,
table.
send your mage hand down to chuck it.
Well, are we going to just send the other bear after and make it jump over that bit?
Well, there's no need now. We know that that's the pitfall there, don't we?
That's what I mean, so it needs to just jump over the pitfall.
I'd make it jump at least, okay. Yeah.
And then you're gonna make it open the door and see what happens.
And you hear as the bear jumps over, the one in the pit just cries out as it sees its comrade leap over the top. It lands and now it's stood in front of the door.
Can
Tell
your
it to
mage
open the
hand
door.
open that door from there?
I don't think so. I think it's too far.
I think it's 30 feet. And
Can a bear
Yeah.
open the door?
It can
Yes.
bash the door down if it wishes.
Yeah.
Make an attack against the door. Okay, roll for attack.
Fuck's sake. 1 plus what is their attack? Strength. Plus 4,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
5.
It's sort of, but the door stays intact.
I mean, I'd just keep going.
All right, roll again.
Fuck off. Oh, it's a 9.
9. I'm going to say, for the sake of not just rolling every 5 minutes, because a bear would be able to break a door, but it's struggling. It seems it's either pushing against something or it's not quite getting the normal reflex it would. But it beats and beats on the door, and if you keep telling it to, it will. And the door begins to break and pieces begin to come off. Make a perception check, whoever's at the corner,
I guess it's not.
with dark vision.
Yeah, I'll be a bit taller, so
12.
12.
Nine.
Okay. You see down and just see this beast beating against the door. Boom, boom, boom. And all of a sudden, one of its paws goes through and just breaks down, and breaks the latch. And as it does, you hear a...
Bye, bear.
And a huge bolt comes out and stabs into the bear's chest.
It falls backwards into the spike tree.
Sends it down with its
Here we go.
Effects.
As the bear just lays on the ground, it's sort of slowly bleeding out.
Oh,
Now there's 2
why?
pained bear cries.
Why do we do this?
I think we better go.
I think we're done. See, that wasn't so bad, was it, Bailey? Just took 2 dead bears.
2 beautiful creatures.
And
Don't
you
worry.
call the people here sick.
It might seem like it's cruel, but they're not real bears. They're just magic bears.
This one's like, as they're wailing in
I mean,
pain,
they
like,
feel pain when they're alive, but only while they're alive.
much like us. So really,
They're
they are
not.
alive.
They're not real. At least that's how I sleep at night. Let's go.
Let's leave, please.
Now,
Right.
there is one room we haven't been in.
Let's go.
Whoa. Where's this room you're talking about, Mr. Picard?
Well, Mr. Ozzy hasn't, when he went in his gaseous form, he hasn't told us about everything he saw.
Mm.
Did you see any
Whoa,
rooms
aye.
that we haven't been in yet, Mr. Ozzy?
I told you about these guys. Yeah.
Okay, then yep, then there is a room that we haven't been in that
Yeah.
has some baddies in.
Oh, right, I thought you were talking about this room here.
No.
This darkness.
Well, yeah. I think that's what I thought. That's what we were talking about when we said do we finish it off or leave?
No, I was referring to the ones with the big ass monsters.
Kill the actual things.
No, didn't Ozzy go through the keels of these and found they were blocked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These,
Oh, it's just
they're
like a
blocked.
shit
There's
room,
nothing.
isn't
There's
it?
nothing there. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
There's only one room left, as far as Ozzy is aware,
Yeah.
and that's where these
This
monsters are. But Ozzy,
Well, we'd have to sleep before taking them on.
I think we just go. We just seal the door, seal it up, and leave. That's Ozzy's. That's my vote.
I second it.
And we third it. 4th and 5th.
Mr. Scarrig, what are your thoughts on this?
We got rid of
It's
the cult.
just
That
if we
was the
get back
important
and he
thing.
says anything about it, but I suppose, like you say, is that
Sorry,
what was the entrance again? Is it like a rock entrance or is it just an open hole?
Just open hole.
It's like a
Secret door.
curtain.
No, it's a secret door.
Oh, they're gonna
There is a
find
door
it.
behind the curtain.
we could just say we never
Okay,
found
just
this place.
maybe don't mention the.
I think my assumption was
Threat.
they wanted us to clear out
Cultists.
the evil in terms of like the cultists. I don't think any of them were actually aware of this place.
But you don't think the evil refers to these evil creatures?
Well, if that's the case,
We,
then
we don't know
if that's the case, then there's still loads of undead fucking skeletons in the dunes that need doing as well. Like if we're gonna go that far, I'm
I
sure there's
believe
plenty
what he
that
said
we've
about the
missed.
dunes, he asked you just to clear a path to get onto the island.
Oh, did he?
So you have succeeded in that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well then, mission accomplished.
Like, you've succeeded in clearing the path across the dunes, and he asked you to clear... Well, he didn't know there was people on the island, so...
Look, I say we tell a little white lie. And say we finished it.
And what if he finds out that we did a lie, and then he tells everyone the Mr. Men are cowards?
Yeah, we kill
Could you
him.
live
just
with
say
that?
We can just say we never found these chambers.
No.
We cannot live as cowards, surely, men. Mr. Men.
Well, I don't think we're in any position to go into another long-ass fight.
I think we need to sleep.
And to be honest, I don't want to
And
spend
then-
another fucking night here. I want to go home.
We agree.
The DM
No one
agrees.
asked you, Bailiff.
The DM is using these characters to voice his opinion. Read the room.
We can tell them about the crypt. There's nothing in it, just death pits and monsters. We'll tell them
Fine.
to seal it up.
To be honest, I
That
think
we've done our bit,
I'm
getting rid of everything
from
else.
given how this has gone so far, I think those monsters were only going to react if we go in there looking for a fight.
Aye, and there's nothing else.
I don't
Worth
think they're
going
going to
in there
venture
for.
out of here. I say we seal this this tomb. Because don't forget, there's these big Minotaur skeletons here as well. They're technically still here. I ain't finding them.
Right, then let us leave while we still can.
Aye.
Our big hitter has like 8 HP.
I'm absolutely fine. I don't know what you mean.
So you make your way back through the dungeon. I presume you just bring the chest out over the next course of a few hours, bringing chests, the bolts of lining and stuff like that. As some of you bring that out, the veterans and Bayleaf managed to fashion a cart of such, taking the lids of the large barrels and sort of bolstering them together with any wood they can find. It's not the best, but it may help us get some of the items back a bit quicker. Well, help you get the items back.
Do you want to split this stuff now?
You have anything explosive we could seal the crypt with, or?
Are they on the ships?
Well,
I have
as you
Thunderwave.
said, I mean, if people are coming here to do stuff anyway, you could just tell them to do that themselves.
We'll leave them with adequate instruction
Right.
to seal it.
And your ship will be there?
Most definitely.
Yes.
Then we may be going home. He turns to the two comrades. Is there anything you wish to do before you leave the Abbey?
If we've had a little bit of time, I'd like to say I might have asked for the book and just had a little skim read just to see if it has any sort of reference to this place or...
Packard hands the book over.
It's in your inventory.
Have a look.
Alright, is it actually in the inventory already?
Yeah, it's just in your journal.
In your journal.
Is it in all of ours, or?
No, only the people who have the book. As Scarrick spaces out.
Yeah. Okay.
So you spend some time collecting anything left. Perhaps you take some of the last remains of the salt meat and stuff like that. But you put all your supplies together and you make your way across the isle. The afternoon is beginning to draw on as you get to the dunes. You remember the path you took. You can see the trail of bones and your footprints still in there from the 2 days before. And at the base of the dunes, you see the sea ghost. It sails down, but the small glint of a spyglass. And as you come into line of sight with them, you see the crew waving from the vessel. You make your way back down the dunes, taking the small boat out the box and travelling across to the ship. There, you are greeted by the captain and the rest of the crew as they pull you up on a board and begin to load some of the things off your boat onto the vessel. We didn't know what had happened. You've been gone a few days, and
It took a little
We saw
longer than we expected. And we also have a couple of refugees.
prisoners?
No, no,
friends.
refugees. Friends.
Well, come aboard. You've found some treasure, it seems.
Bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
just a few
Got,
odds and
quite a
ends.
bit.
Maybe.
Well, what are we loading on board? Anything we should know about?
It's on a need-to-know basis.
No, not just. You know,
And
Mostly
safety of
basic
the
bits
crew?
of tat.
Everything's perfectly safe. You have our word. I want to pull aside.
It's
the
just
cat-
I
Oh, go.
I saw the creatures you were fighting on the beach. That is no godly thing.
No.
Well, that was nothing.
We found the abbey, and there was a cult there that worshipped the god of death, Nirul.
Holy Pelor.
Holy Pelor, indeed. And but we killed him, so we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Well, you must rest. Where to?
Can I pull aside the captain? What's his
Yeah.
name?
Rembrandt.
Captain Rembrandt. I'm sure it was something else. Wasn't it?
Definitely wasn't. Was Rembrandt.
rim job.
That was it. Captain
Ah,
Rembrandt.
rim job.
His name.
I just want to pull him to a side as we're like getting on and the crew are loading stuff on and like.
Yeah, so the crew begin to take your armor off and just sort of get tended to, and you see the sails begin to be prepared for sailing.
We need to as we head out. Jesus, as we head out, we need to speak to the lighthouse guy and just
Yes.
collect our reward and tell him what we found. Also, these people we brought along board, they helped us in there, so they are friends and to be treated as such. However, I don't entirely trust them, so just keep an eye on them.
Right. I'll tell the crew to keep their eyes open. First sign of trouble?
Yeah.
Yes. Very well. Well, we will have to head back to the Isle anyway to pick up the second ship.
That's
and then
correct.
home, I presume.
Indeed.
Finally, yeah, that would be nice.
I don't want to. I can see you've had a taxing couple of days. However, I also see you've taken some treasure on board, and at some point, can we discuss the final payment for the crew? We have stretched a little over the days we set.
Don't worry, we're keeping tabs of the extra days. The original deal was
I have tabs.
yeah, good. Well, yeah, that's fine.
You will be compensated, good sir. Don't you worry.
The original deal was that we would settle up final payment on return to Saltmarsh, so with the guild.
Very true.
So don't, we're aware there's extra days. Don't worry.
It's okay. It's just, you know how the men get. We've been out here a while now,
Yeah, well,
and we've seen some interesting things.
that is true. It's always a fun adventure with the Mister Man. Maybe I'll write a song about all of these escapades, and
Oh,
they'll all be,
like to
they'll
hear
all
that.
be included. Yeah, Captain
Yes, it's-
Rimjob and his merry men.
No, it is Rembrandt.
Ah, that was it. Yeah, Rembrandt. And as I'm saying this, I look over at the other bard. And I say, I like look at him real intently. And I say, don't Hang on. Don't even think about writing a song about all this. I'm the one that's gonna be writing a fucking song about all this. All right.
Oh, don't worry. My tales will be of, I imagine, other things. Yes. It's all yours, friend.
Inside check.
Go on then.
Bloody heck.
That's what happens when you get two bards in the same room.
19.
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth.
You fucking better be.
So,
Alright, let's go.
you finally get back to your quarters and the nice soft beds that you had installed. The large oval bed, since you're Undersea Ghost. And the ship makes its way back to the island with the lighthouse. The crew talk to you. It's quite a short sail, so the crew talk to you a little bit about your adventures and what you're doings, and you get a good meal and finally some good quality rum and beer. After a short time, as the night begins to draw in, you see the dim glow of the lighthouse ahead of you. As you approach, you see Major Ursa coming, hobbling down the beach towards you. I presume you get in your smaller boat and make your way across.
Yeah.
Indeed.
He greets you. Ah, you've returned. And everyone's there?
We have. Fuck, your accent got stronger.
Yes. You've been gone some time. Wait to remember what it was. I've aged a million days.
I've been to so many places.
I'm not sure this is the same guy we met before. I think he's someone in disguise.
You notice his beard is slightly stuck on. Major Osor. That was it.
Yeah, well, you weren't wrong. There was some crazy fucking cool people on that island.
There was people left.
Yeah, the survivors of what appeared to be a confrontation with the pirates.
Oh, I watched the blaze myself, and I didn't think anybody could survive that.
Yeah, well, when you worship the god of death, I guess he has a sick, twisted plan for them all.
But you're all okay.
Yeah, a couple of us died, but nothing we couldn't handle.
Aye. You really are. You really are the adventurers that you said you were.
Tell all your friends.
We really are the Mr. Men.
Everybody listen up. Looks around the deserted island. Well, will you be staying the evening, or?
I don't know. What do you think, Captain?
I think we better be hitting the old dusty trail.
Styles, I was talking to you. No,
I just roll my eyes at. You probably can.
I'm fucking with you.
We miss our home of Saltmarsh.
Can we travel through the night? Is that what we've been doing?
Plus, these people are very expensive.
That is true.
We don't want to pay them for
Right,
another
and,
day.
wasn't there a
I
payment
suggest-
for clearing the island?
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's what I was going to
Please.
say. The payment will come from the Guildmaster Tabeth at the guild in Saltmarsh, but I will write you this note. Just wait 2 moments, please.
Gonna probably fucking break even at this point.
So he goes back inside the lighthouse and he comes out after about 10 minutes with a large rolled parchment sealed with his signet and wax. Give this to the guildmaster and he'll pay your dues. And thank you.
I'm gonna hand him the gold disc.
Okay. Oh, what's this?
Souvenir from the place. We managed to clear out all the bad people and evil things. However, if
Wasn't it solid gold?
Ooh, that's valuable.
Oh,
He doesn't need that. He
He's
just needs the
I
info.
know, I was just showing you it. Maybe sketch this down. Get a dry rub of it so that
he's already got it. Well, thank you kindly.
yeah,
I will.
if if you happen to run into
That's
any
probably
trouble,
more than the fucking 3,000.
this might help.
Yes,
Well,
I'll keep it safe.
it's fine. We don't need money.
Do we have to pay the
We can
crew?
buy cool shit now. Like anything we want.
All right, we'll get Styles to fucking steal it.
Yeah, be a good rogue style.
He needs that. We didn't finish. We didn't kill everything, and if they ever
You
go
see,
explore
He's
it-
not going to be going back. He's the lighthouse keeper.
Yeah, I thought we were telling him to board it up and not go down there.
he puts it back in the
Level up, people do that.
cloak, and well, I bid you a good journey.
Oh yeah, but this is a
And
good point. Was we supposed to be giving it to him or giving it to the guild? Giving them the information.
he's the watcher of the island, so
Yeah, that's what I
like the
thought.
guild will get the information with the letter,
Yeah.
and then it will be orchestrated.
And
From
we
there.
also so we also
Like,
tell him like, you know, to be extra certain, the best thing to do would be to seal the basement, and
Right.
just to be sure.
Well,
to be sure.
we'll probably fill all that in as foundation for the new lighthouse, and just think, you'll be saving many vessels, many lives.
And that's why we do it.
Well, thank you kindly, and I hope our paths cross again sometime.
Well, if we ever swing by this way, we'll be sure to pop in for some more of that lovely hospitality of yours.
And who knows what I'll sound like that time.
Might be Welsh that time. Who knows?
The mystery of the sea. He bids you farewell, and you make your way back to the vessel. And now the crew has split back across. Both ships now in full sail. You begin to make your way
Make a way.
in the evening light out of the small inlet here and down to Saltmarsh.
Can I
Make him away.
Can I I'd like to speak to Scarrig on the evening as we're like heading.
So the sail from the Isle of the Abbey to Saltmarsh is only around 4 hours or so. So
Oh really?
Yeah, it's ridiculously close. Now you come to think about it in the light. Now the storm's not there. You think you do normally bypass this island. However, you've never really paid much attention, and most of you haven't travelled that much coastally along here.
In that
But
4 hours,
you have time to talk. Yeah, you have time to
I'd maybe
talk.
talk. Also, has Bailey said anything about leaving?
As you make your way from the island and sort of get to the headland, that's when he would mention it. But you have a conversation first. This time.
Scary, you got a moment, a minute?
Hey, what's up, lad?
Do you need any help translating that book?
No, don't think so. No. I mean, hold on. Is there actually stuff in there that's...
Well, only because Paul
There
said it
was
was
some-
infernal.
Yeah, there was
There's mixtures of stuff in Infernal, and most of it's been
Alright,
translated.
so
into
yeah, I'm
common.
just picking up stuff from an
So I'd
image.
say the stuff that's on the just ignore the image. That's just flavour. Most of the
No,
stuff
I
in
mean,
the
what talks about an image that I've seen.
right, yeah. that's in common, and most of the stuff in that text is translated into common, so you get the gist from that. But there is other stuff in the book that you might want him to read further, but it would give you the same sort of stuff.
I mean, maybe at some point I might get you to have a look at it if I'm missing something, because there is mention of stuff that has a similarity to the dreams I've been having.
So, so maybe
Remember-
the direction the dreams are pulling you in might not be so good after all.
Well, not necessarily. It's just you remember I talked about Dragon's Temper, the sword of myth and legend. Well,
I don't know. Did
I feel like I've mentioned it. I've definitely woken up and shouted Dragon's Temper because of the dreams.
okay.
But it's well,
I remember you mentioning
basically
the
it's
name. but-
it's a sword of dwarven history that's
Ah.
kind of a myth. It's a legend. We didn't actually believe it ever existed in this realm, but well, there's a picture of it in this book, and it mentions it, and it's linked with Pyreneus. So
Pi who?
Pyreneus,
Who's Pyreneus?
I think that's who's been speaking to me.
Oh. Do I know Pyreneus?
Make a religion check.
Natural 20. Religion,
Natural
did you say?
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, you've heard of the different sort of levels of gods, and mainly from like songs and stories. But Pyreneus is the god of fire and poison, and he is one of the lesser gods.
Pyreneus. You know who that is, right?
Aye,
I don't think he's
I mean, fire makes sense with what I do.
I mean, I don't think he's associated with, bunny rabbits and candy.
No, but neither have I ever been about bunny rabbits and candy.
Just, this took a weird turn. Just be careful, okay?
Oh well, this is it's
Don't.
good that we can talk about it.
Well, that's
It's-
it. Please don't shut me out. Let me help.
Okay, well, do you mind maybe asking the crew if there's some like casks, like like we like whiskey casks or something? A couple of them maybe for me.
What?
I've got a project.
Project.
And then if we go ahead and just like if you can, I'll show you. And if we go ahead, then I'll just do it in front of you if you want.
What are you doing?
So like
What's your
basically, yeah.
project?
Would there be like there's nothing in the item list, so I'm just gonna put barrel. But like I imagine like like wine casks, like the
Yeah,
sort
like
of
mini desk casks.
bit
I'd
large
say
containers, or even like moonshine, like the big jars,
like
the big
demijohns.
glass jars. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
Something like
there's probably something on this vessel that would hold a similar thing. Maybe some, you get like the wicker wine flasks.
Yeah, like the wrapped glass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some stuff like
Couple of
that
them.
which are getting empty, to be fair, because they've been on the journey for quite a while. So
I have
they've drained some of the fluids from them.
okay. I have a couple questions.
Hey, what's up?
Firstly,
that one. Start
hang on a minute. Firstly, what are you trying to do here? And secondly, is it wise to be doing it on the boat? Do you not want to wait till you get back to your forge?
Oh, I know. I've just got some shit that I wanted to can into these because it's on my body, and I don't really want to carry it on my body. And then I like start getting some bottles out filled with the blood of some of the people I've killed, and start out jars,
Right.
and then put them into the bag of holding.
I'm gonna go.
Well, I thought we were bonding and chatting about stuff.
It just got a little bit weird.
Look, blood has interesting properties. It's nothing dark. It's just
No, I know. That's why I'm not.
you can do interesting forging things with it.
That's not why I'm doing some, half-assed lecture. But maybe just keep the weird forging blood shit to yourself. Like, I don't really want to. It's just gross, man.
Okay, I would tell you about this next time. Yeah, and then I'll just start putting it all away.
Yeah, and you manage to pack it into the bag nicely, and you get a good collection. So, Picard, as they were having the conversation, I'd presume you were staring out to the ocean.
Yep.
And as you do,
His Picard might be on a different boat. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'd imagine you've probably gone on the Brigandine.
Yeah.
And the others are on the Sea Ghost. So as you look out to sea, a memory seems to come to you. You relish that sense of coming out from being trapped underground, and the sea air is now blowing in your face, and the breeze blowing back the few strands of hair you have left.
There are no strands.
A memory seems to come to you, and you're on the deck with fellow sailors. You all wear the uniforms of the hard-by Marines. The weather's warm, and the waters are calm. Your men smile towards you as you throw the items that you feel in your hand towards a small table in front of you. 2 dice dance across the small barrel top, past stacks of coins, and a cheer comes from yourself as they land on a 6. The men around you laugh, and one throws his hands in the air. You scrape the money from the table into your pocket and, in a jesting tone, tell the men to get back to work. As they begin to get up and walk to their positions, you flick 2 gold towards the losing man, who smiles, and then hops up and begins to climb up the rigging. And as he does, your memory fades away again. You feel the cool night air as you begin to pass the headland towards Saltmarsh. On the Sea Ghost, which will have Bayleaf and the 2 veterans. He comes to you, Ozzy, after your conversation. If it's possible, we would like to hit land around here, and just before we get into the bay near Saltmarsh. Is there anyone that can row us aboard? Sure.
Yeah, that can be arranged. Captain, can we
Yes.
organize a small rowboat to take these men to the shore before we hit the dock?
Yes, it can be arranged, yes. And he begins to signal, and you see them. They pull the sails up slightly to slow the ship enough to lower the jolly boat over the edge. And as they do, they put the rope ladder down, and you climb down. Bayleaf and the 2 guards climb in.
As he
their positions.
before he gets in, I hand him a signed autograph, and I say, "One day when you're a proper musician, maybe you'll have one of these as well."
Yes, and thank you for getting us from the island. I appreciate yours and your party's efforts.
You're welcome. Don't get into any trouble.
Oh, we won't.
And remember, hands off of this adventure. That's my song to write, not yours.
I know. You said. We will,
I'm the Alpha
we
Bard.
will find our own
Recognize the Alpha Bard.
path. And write our own songs. Thank you, Ozzy. Farewell. And as they get lowered down, one of the crew begins to roam towards the shore, and you see the boat go across. After around half an hour or so, the boat comes back with just a crew member in. They have left. So, your ships pass the large landmass, and you begin to head into the bay near Saltmarsh. As you come round, you see in the open sea, in the dim sun just beginning to set, there are two large barges with men working top platforms. The men are pushing large boulders from the barges and sinking them into the shallow coastal waters. You see two wooden boys guiding a path for your ship to go through.
Wooden toys.
They form a channel of safe passage. And as you pass, one of the workers calls up to you. Good evening to you. Just stay between the boys.
Chance to be a fine thing.
Captain signals down.
Leave it for the dolphins.
They continue to work, pushing large lumps of rock into the water as you pass. And then you see the lights of Saltmarsh glistening ahead. I presume you wish to take the Sea Ghost in.
Where,
I don't know, we haven't really spoke about this.
How do we go in the other one just to surprise them?
Surprise.
yeah, can we?
The other one probably
What
needs
is it?
like repairs and stuff anyway, doesn't it?
This, was it the sea serpent?
Civil servant.
Civil servant.
Civil serpent, yeah.
Civil servant. We'll just anchor that in the bay, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you switch vessels to board in the Sea Ghost and anchor the Crimson Serpent in the bay. And after a short time, you're pulling up at the dock. Gellen's large resident looking down. And as you pull up, you see one of the upstairs windows, the one to his office, open. And a familiar face looks out. Oh, good God! You've returned! Welcome!
we're
Come,
back.
come! I see. Please, come.
I can't even remember how we
You're
fucking
just
left
in
this
time for
place.
dinner.
We left with Kira, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
long it's been.
We brought her back.
It,
Not all
yeah.
of her.
Come.
Can I-
Anchor up and get inside.
Can I just ask Paul?
We need to talk.
Just to refresh my memory and everyone else's, because mostly everyone else's, because I remember everything.
Aren't we owed money for something?
Well, how did we leave the town? Didn't that guy got murdered? Didn't he, Prince Obrick? That was just before we left.
What happened was you went to rescue the chest from the vessel. You came back to the right. You met Prince Olbrich, and he took that chest and headed home. While he was heading home, you were sort of just doing stuff around the town, and then his guard came back and told you that he'd been murdered. You then headed out, found the murder scene, couldn't find anything, so came back. And then I think from that's when you
That's
Kira
Kira
off and
arrived.
did our own thing.
and
Kira
then
was
you
already
spoke
with us at
Kira
that point,
for-
I think.
Yeah, and then she said about
going
head to Black Shark Island.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool.
You're waiting on some pieces from
Zandros.
Zenderos, which
Yeah.
would be in stock now. But other than that, you
Parts
haven't
from
really.
the carpenters for the ballista.
Yeah, that as well. But other than that, you didn't really have any ongoing missions in the
Yeah.
place.
Okay.
So Galen calls down, invites you for dinner, and the crew anchor the ship up. We'll discuss payment in the morning. We will clean the vessels down and do the final preparations for docking.
Yeah, our captain will swing by in the morning and settle the payment, I'm sure.
Very good. It's been interesting sailing with you.
Yeah, I give him a hug. I
sort of like-
embrace him. I'm like,
Flinches slightly underneath it in a weird way.
it's been emotional. You can't deny it.
No, I can't. Well, onwards and upwards, as they say.
Yep.
So, you're heading to Gallen's.
Is he on the dock with us, Gellin?
He's just called out from his window and told us
Oh.
to come for dinner.
Is it evening?
Mm.
Yeah.
It's not time for dinner.
Well, I don't know about you, but Gellin is a sight for sore eyes, and I am well up for spending some time in his company.
I mean, I need to check on the forge, but I could do that after, I
That's
suppose,
a
or in the
tomorrow
morning.
job. That's a morning job. Come on. We all need some rest. Bit of R&R at Gellin's.
I need some decent food. I'll come with you.
Packard, you coming?
Yes, I will join in the merriment.
All right.
You don't even eat.
You're joining in the merriment, though.
I can watch you guys eat.
You can join in on all of the orgies.
very enjoyable.
You still got a penis, right?
Ah, you're the voyeurist.
I don't know. I think I'm smooth down there.
You can just watch. Just do what you do best.
Excellent.
So, as you make your way round to Gellen's house, you're greeted at the door. One of the servants opens it, and you're instantly hit with the warmth of his home. You can smell fresh cooked fish on the air. The candles are bright and inviting. And as you head inside, he comes down the large staircase. Well, if it isn't the Mister Men,
Oh, Gellin.
come back.
You are a sight for sore eyes, and I go over and embrace him.
He gives you a huge embrace. Come, you're just in time for dinner. It's like I knew you were coming back. I didn't, but there's always room for more at our table. Come, sit. Where's the girl? The redhead.
Ah,
Oh, she's with us.
yep, she's with us, and then I sort of open the bag.
Bloody hell. I guess she won't be eating then.
She's trying to lose weight.
And he gives you a huge
She's done
smack
quite
on the
well.
back.
About 12
That she
stone.
has.
He lost a lot of
Well,
weight. About 70 kilos.
I feel we need a drink.
I just made that joke.
Come, sit. And he ushers you to the large dining table, which again is laid out with all the fine silver plates, knives, forks. There's a spread of breads and butters across the table already, but there's a huge gap in the middle just waiting for something. What are you drinking? Wine, rum, beer?
Everything. Yes.
Everything. One of each for Ozzy. The rest of you?
Suppose so. Rum? Why not?
Rum? Yes. Nothing for you, Mr. Picard.
Correct.
Still the same?
You know my favourite.
Nothing for Picard. And Styles? I can't quite hear you, Styles. Speak up, chap.
Sorry, rum, please.
Rum for you, right. Just bring a bottle down. And he waves to one of the servants, and they begin to bring you drinks round. And obviously you get laid with free drinks in front of you. The rest, just these large silver goblets.
How long have we
Wow.
been away? How long have we been away?
Well,
Feels like
if I
fucking
just
forever.
No, probably not that long.
Look back.
I'm
You
expecting
left.
loads of money from my forge. It's like a week.
You left on the 19th of flock time, and you've
Oh, yeah.
been gone
Flock time, eh?
just short of 2 weeks.
Is that all? Fuck, it feels like months.
Well, when you haven't got a good wine and a good woman, time drags.
Just fucking tell me about
For me,
it.
For me, time is exceedingly fast. But, you know.
Alright. I look
So,
around.
tell me.
I look around the room. Are there any women?
Only a few, like, there's a couple of female servants, but there's no, like, women.
Giggity.
So, tell me,
Oh, you can't say that.
how did you leave with 5 and come back with 4.5?
I don't know. Do you
Where
want to tell that
bloody
story,
hell have you
Pinecart?
been?
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Gellin, we found out that my sister was a bitch. And I cut her fucking head off.
And I'm sure it was the right thing to do.
Backstabbing
Absolutely.
I've met a
bitch.
few bitches in my life. The best thing to do is to cut their heads off. That's what I always say.
Wow. I mean,
Absolutely.
maybe
Sometimes just cut ties, but if not,
the head.
Cut heads. Exactly.
indeed. And so where she took you to? You were going to some island or something? Weren't you?
It
Hey,
was.
we've got an extra ship in our little
Yes.
fleet now.
Well,
Another ship.
first things
Yes.
first. This island, it was like a pirate held island, and we killed them all, cleared it out, liberated it, so to speak, and
The
it's
Buccaneers.
there for the taking.
For the taking, you say?
It could be a good, stop-off point for trade and things like that. It's
Think about it.
see.
Gellin's family resort.
or a family resort.
I like your thinking. And you'd be willing to show me the location of this?
Well, this is the thing. I
For the
mean,
price.
you know,
I see. What about good company?
I mean, he sold me.
That's a guarantee with us. I figure we're old friends. Come on.
I meant
but
me. We'll see.
There's always
Anyway,
business.
I mean, we didn't know whether
it's time for
to.
business.
We didn't know whether to propose it to the council, or if
Oh,
you yourself might be more interested.
well, perhaps if you wish to give it to the council, but you know, what are they going to do with it? They've already got all this land round here, and we'll discuss business later. Please. But you've been anywhere else? You just went and killed a load of pirates and came back? Killed your sister?
And then, stopped off in a storm. The lighthouse. Is that
Oh.
next?
The Abbey Isle.
And Abbey Isle, and we cleared out some cultists and some wee skeletons.
Did a bit of work for
What
the
tale?
for the Mariners Guild.
Oh.
Well,
what,
I
the
got to
guild
pop
now?
in there. I've got a seal to go and claim some money for clearing out the isle.
Oh, grand. They'll be open again tomorrow, I'd imagine. Oh, and speaking of tomorrow, the council will want to speak to you tomorrow. They've been waiting for you to come back. It's something to do with the war, but more importantly,
Is that
while you've been away. Oh, no, actually, the main. I believe it'll be ready. He waves across, and as he does, two servants bring out this large 2-foot-long platter, and they place it down in the middle of the table, and on it you see this huge fish, 2 feet long, wide around its body, but the thing that strikes you the most is it's this vivid cobalt blue with vibrant stripes that run along its side, almost resemble lightning bolts. Have you ever had bluebellies, friends?
I don't believe I have.
Don't believe I have.
Well,
Drink.
I
Drink,
wouldn't.
drink.
I wouldn't imagine even well-travelled fellows like yourself had chased these. These are from the rivers of the Amedio jungles in the far
So
south.
you got to drink your drink and then you can talk. Down it.
I have had these transported.
I thought that you had to
Live
you had
through
to get
journey.
someone to say your full name. That's what we did at school.
Oh, not in D&D, lads.
All right. Sorry, the Gellin was telling a really important story. Can you start from the beginning?
You want to know
That's
about
just
your
a blue
food?
fish. He's telling us show off that he's got money.
I'll have you know, Mr. Scarrick, this fish is one of the rarest in the waters down there. It's been transported live to my very home, and if I just... and he leans over and cuts into it. And you see that as he cuts into it, the meat inside is as bright as the skin, this pure blue, bright meat. He cuts some slices and puts them onto your plate. Please, indulge. I find it quite delicious.
I was always told to avoid blue food.
Then you were told wrong.
Ah!
Blue food is some of the best food I've ever had.
Start digging in.
Yeah, I'll dig in.
Anyway, while you eat, let me tell you this. While you've been gone, old Anders, well, young Anders, the young buck, things have moved with his relationship.
He was in a relationship?
Have you met... Oh, you've met Carmilla? No? Possibly not.
Don't think
Possibly
so.
not. No. He's been betrothed to her for a while. Carmilla Fireborn, Eleander's cousin. They have grown up
Keep it in the
together as
family.
children.
That's what I always say.
No, it's a bondage in families. The Saltmarsh and the Fireborns. These two strong houses connected via marriage. It's common in the nobility. But they grew up as childhood sweethearts, and she even did a bit of work for me. A few months back, she came and organized some business. A fine, attractive girl.
What's her
Everything in the right place.
What was the name? Sorry.
Carmilla.
Carmilla.
Well, they've known each other for years, fallen in love, the usual. But
She got Tig bitties.
Oh, everything in the right place.
Nice.
Ozzy.
Alright.
She's young, but
Oh,
as
how
the young flower blooms...
Like dolphin kind of young, or?
Well, this is where things come into play. She is now of age for marriage. Therefore,
Well, there you go.
she is moving to Saltmarsh, and they will be wed. And this is the bit I believe you'll like. I am hosting a cruise, a pleasure cruise, on my own
nice.
vessel, the Prime Water Pleasure.
Holy shit.
And I'd like you to come.
Yes.
All of you.
All of the
I
yeses.
believe it'll be an amazing experience. Obviously, to celebrate Anders, Carmilla.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
We'll have some close friends.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But,
But mostly pleasure.
it's a pleasure cruise, my friend.
Oh, Scarrick, please, can we go?
We'll set sail in the next couple of days, probably day after tomorrow. Let the council talk to you first, get their stuff out the way, and then we will make way.
What do you think, Picard Styles, the Mr. Men on a pleasure
We
cruise?
do need a holiday.
Yeah, we need
Well,
a
Work
fucking
so
holiday.
hard.
That's
Normally-
exactly
Been a
what we need.
hectic few months.
This would sound like a nightmare for me, but do you know what? A little bit of relaxation.
Well, any
At
excuse
sea.
to get back on the sea, is that right? That's a holiday in itself.
Exactly.
We'll be on the ocean, friend.
Oh, God, I can't
Yes.
wait.
That I'm in.
I've got a crew bringing it down from
Pack my
Seaton.
trunks.
Should be here tomorrow.
Pack my
I've
booty
had some
smugglers.
modifications installed. The waters are getting a little bit tepid this time, so I've have you ever fired a cannon? And not that Aussie.
Oh, well,
A real
I
cannon.
actually,
We
we've
actually-
got cannons now on the ships.
that's one of the additions we came back
You
with from that
bloody
island.
what? I'd say we should have a battle, but I believe it would end in tears. Well, what better people to have on my vessel? Cannon handlers, pleasure lovers, musicians,
Oh, God.
blacksmiths, interesting arm people, and you, Styles,
I'm
as
one
well.
of those.
And you, Styles, yeah.
What a fine trip it'll be. Well, tonight we feast. Tomorrow you do business with the council, and I will be there, and it'll probably bore us, but you know, duties are duties. And the day after, the pleasure cruise.
Oh, I might be able to premiere a new song I've been working on.
Oh,
You
that
know,
would be splendid.
after everything we've been through, I've got new adventures to sing about.
A tale of pirates, I believe, would go down very well.
Yeah, backstabbing bitch-ass sisters.
And you'll get to meet Carmilla.
Giggity.
I think you'll be, Anders is a lucky man, I'll tell you that.
I bet he is.
Ah.
Will Skerrin be on there?
Yes, I believe he'll bring his servant.
Cool. And what happened?
As I will bring mine.
And what happened with the whole Prince Ulrich debacle? Any news?
Oh, we've discussed it with the council, I believe. A few more guards down the road, that sort of thing. But, oddly enough, no more attacks have happened along that stretch.
You didn't find the culprits? The red
No,
coat
No.
gang?
No, when you get into the woods up there, there's so many wrong uns in the world, Ozzy.
Don't I know
We
it?
can't catch them all.
Okay.
You just have to protect yourself, don't you?
Agreed.
But it'll be something to take Anders' mind off it anyway. I mean, Ulbrich was a good friend of the family and, you know, I think he does blame himself slightly. But you can't send your house guard for everyone, can you? Hey, he was a grown man. He makes his own choices. So, it'll be good for everybody. Well, any other news?
Got a new boat.
Eh,
Yes,
Yep.
you said.
no, I don't think so.
You'll have to moor that in the main waters. I'm afraid only one dock is spare on my holding. Especially when the prime water pleasure comes.
Oh, that's fine. The civil serpent likes to remain out in the deeper waters.
Ah, the civil servant, eh? Interesting title for a ship.
Yes, the civil serpent.
Yes,
Yep.
the silver serpent.
Nope, it doesn't
Yes,
keep
the-
changing.
Civil servants.
The civil shepherd.
Well-
Silver serpent.
I'll get the dock hands to note it down, and we can help you unload any cargo you need.
Excellent. Most excellent.
Well then, here's to pleasure. He raises his glass.
It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Aye,
Mm.
pleasure.
Very awkwardly.
Oh,
fixed
God.
the glass.
This wine is fucking amazing.
Pleasure?
What is it again?
This. That's one of my favorites. It's called Outback Yard.
Our backyard. God, what a weird name.
I know, but sometimes the weird ones are the best.
Yeah.
I believe this was brewed. The original brewery started in the outback.
Backyard.
Yes, out in a backyard. And then when some people get things right, they just get it right, don't they? So they just bottled it up and sold more and more, and now it's quite rare ever since an odd outbreak of disease. But you know, the wine's fine. So
Oh, that's good.
well,
I don't think we have
Now,
much
what
more
sort of
to
time
say
is it?
about the.
it's quite late in the evening. It's
Too late for Zandros and places like that.
oh yeah. Like the sun's set. Most places just go by the sun. And to be fair, Gellin keeps you talking, and after you've eaten the fish and just picked through that, more sweet stuff comes out, and the night goes on of just conversations back and forth, telling tales of old stories, the prospects. He describes some of the things you'll be doing on the cruise. But as the night goes on, he takes you to a well late in the night, 11, 12 o'clock. And then he bids you farewell for the evening. Well, It's been a pleasure as always, and I'm afraid I must turn in. I will contact the council in the morning. Shall we say 11 to meet?
Yeah, we're gonna need a pretty big lion, I think, so that works out quite well.
Splendid. And then I'll see you at the council hall at 11. We'll get the business out the way, and then on to the fun.
Yeah. Oh god, the wine's strong.
Mm.
Whoo-wee.
Just as it should be. Well, farewell, my Mr. Men, and I bid you good night. And that he stands and makes
Adieu.
his way upstairs. The servants come and collect up your thingies and just sort of attend to you until you're ready to leave.
Servants. You know you made it laugh when you got servants.
It's just more people to pay. You don't need that.
I don't know if he
Mr. Ozzy,
pays
we
them.
have a-
Does he pay them?
We have a crew of people who do what we say.
Oh shit, we do. We got a crew. Are they gonna stay with us?
No, we don't. They're going.
We got slaves
we pay
now.
them.
We got fucking slaves.
We do have some slaves.
We don't have slaves, we have crew.
Oh, you
No, they're gonna get off
spoiled
with, like-
sport styles.
They're not with us now.
Speaking of which, I will take the note in the morning to the Mariners Guild and get our money and...
Aye,
Yeah,
if you
cool.
don't mind, I was going to nip to the forge and just see the
That's a good
boys.
idea.
Well, I've still not dished out all this gold, so just let me know how much it is, and we'll use this to pay for it. I'm like stumbling
Aye, and then
out
we'll
towards the door.
Split it after that.
I got it all written down in my journal.
Yeah, and I guess we'll sleep on the boat, I guess.
Yeah, you make your way back to the CEOs and you see most of the crew have left. The people that are left now are the prisoners. Well, the prisoners that you freed. They're still below deck, sleeping there. They have nowhere else to go. The other crew have left, and as you come into the captain's galley, you see a large handwritten sort of itemizing of the bill. You owe the crew 230 gold from the initial payment, and then an additional 276 gold for the additional time. So a total of
Some gold.
506.
506 gold is what is owed to the crew.
We
And the note says they've gone to the guild where they'll be staying, and to bring the funds as soon as possible.
we could take
the
it out
next
of what they owe us. Didn't they owe us 3,000?
Yeah, I'll take that note in the morning
Yeah.
and get that squared
So,
away.
do you want to just split this? Split the stuff we can actually split right now. So we got 480 gold treasure.
Yeah, so 120 each.
Yeah, and then we got 1,200 silver, and which is 300 silver, and then we've got gems and jewelry, which we haven't. Would we have had chance to work out how much that is now?
Is the big ship still in? The one that trades?
The big ship isn't there anymore. That left quite a few days ago. However, I'd say with the knowledge of the crew, you've worked out the gems and jewelry would equate to about 1,000 gold.
Well, we'll need to sell them off.
Yeah,
You can sell them off or sort of keep them as like payment if you ever need to make a big payment.
Well, to
Payment
be
jewels
fair,
if they
like-
could accept it.
it could be used as
Components.
component for us revivify or something.
Oh.
Could be really handy actually. Don't we already
Hold
have
on
some
to the
gems
gems
or
for now.
something?
Yeah, we had some something else.
Gemstones. I've got 10 gemstones, 50 gold piece each is each
Yeah.
already. So we've got it anyway. We'll work it out.
Add them to that pile and then they're all together.
Yeah. And then the
maybe treasure
5
chest.
bolts of silk, 100 gold pieces each.
Yeah,
Just
but they would need to be
just
sold.
let the our audience to this channel know what a bolt of silk is.
Hello, audience.
It's a large,
It's like a
basically a
roll
large
of
roll.
silk
So, like,
so that they
imagine
can
like a
make
carpet roll.
dresses and shit like
That's
that.
exactly what I thought it was.
Silk's it's like produced already, so it's
That was
expensive.
just for the benefit of the audience.
So, so are we going to have to sell that then, really, to get the value of that, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's 500 total for when we sell it. And then that was basically it. Cool.
Nice.
Does someone want to quickly run that down to the Mariners Guild if they're actually waiting? To be
It's the main
prompt.
time.
Like,
I'd
we
say
don't
that-
need to make them wait till the morning.
No, they said
They'll be in the
they're
bar.
happy to wait till the morning. Like
Oh,
they've
right.
gone to bed, basically. They've gone to bed for the evening.
No, they
and
are. They're
there's,
drinking and whoring.
well, I think after the journey they've been on with you, they're probably asleep. Just fucking talk it out. And as the night settles on the Sea Ghost, and you share out the loot, that is where we'll end for now. So you can level up. Excuse me, you can level up for next session. You did it! You leveled up, guys.
Oh my god!